No, you're not God. You don't have the answers. You don't have the answers, Connor. You don't have the answers. Let's just.
Woo! Big up, everybody. Welcome back. To American Waffle. Welcome to episode 76 of American Waffle. All the boys are joining in now. We have Jacob, a.k.a. United Spurs of America, coming to us live from a warehouse, and Steve-O coming to us live from the den. Where what do you call your room? What do you call your room? Do you have a name for your room, Steve-O? Other than Top Gun because of those glasses?
I mean, yeah, that whatever. That cool.
I thought they called it the Love Shack.
Nah, man, it's the VAR command center, bro.
Goon Cave.
VAR command center.
Oh my God. Big up everybody already in the chat. You know the drill. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to everybody on the channel. The links are in the description. And of course, if you don't like what somebody's saying, the waffle cell is there. The super chats are there. The color key is down there. So let's get right to it. Arsenal gets second again. Okay, let's move on. Palace win the FA Cup. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, do we really need to talk about Arsenal? I guess we can. Get it out of the way before Vader.
I mean, I feel like we should at least quickly talk about the three-peat. I mean, that's definitely an unprecedented feat.
I'm not really sure we should, man. I don't think they deserve to be.
I don't want to say, but no, but it's a three-peat. We should honor a three-peat. I mean, like very few teams have three-peated. So, I think we should give, some time to. I mean, it's really a feat. Usually when you look at the Prem, within the span of years, you usually see teams, like move up and down, the table, and to just see a team three-peat second place, 3-team bridesmaids, it's like. So you go to three weddings, you feel me, and you just don't catch the bouquet 3 times in a row. I mean, it's really sad, it's really unfortunate, but I think it's just a testament to the fact that in the modern game, London is still blue. That's all there is to say. You feel me? And massive W's. That's all I gotta say. In the modern game, who is carrying London on their back? Let's talk about it. Because we want to talk about city rivalries.
I just want to
That's all I'm saying, man.
How
old were you when Chelsea last won the league?
I think I was in high school. 15. I was 15.
Okay, just checking. Big up Sheik.
Big up Anoka, man. My girl Anoka.
Big up. You could have clapped back just saying, how old was TJ when he last won the league?
Probably
the same age as you were, to be honest.
Listen.
I was 13.
He was being nice.
I was 13.
Listen, it's been a good day for me. I'm not on smoke today.
No, actually, you know what? I was also 15. Never mind. I was also 15.
Listen, man.
And I'm old. And I am old as shit. It's fine.
Oh, man. It is what it is. Listen, in other news, though, I did once again do, at this point, my yearly tradition of I went to my neighbor's house. And you know what? Next time, I'll take a photo. So, not even my neighbor. The guy who lives on the block next to me, he has a big corner house, right? Massive Arsenal flag in the window. I dropped off a Coke bottle that had a sticky note that said "Second again, ole ole." Just left it, at the front of his house as a little present.
You're an asshole.
I've done the, bro. Am I destroying the property? No, I'm not destroying the property. They could recycle the bottle, get a bit of money. You feel me? Like I'm just leaving it there. And this is the 3rd time I've done it. I did it when they bottled the league. I just left the little bottle there. I think he knew what that meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, it's been great. As I told you, it's been a great day. I got nothing to complain about.
Dude, I'm just glad that I don't have to pay attention. I'm gonna be watching the Chelsea Forest game. I'm not watching Arsenal Southampton. I'm not watching that shit.
So you're telling me you're not gonna be locked into the riveting Villa United game? No,
absolutely fucking not. I know Sheik will be because he has to, and he likes torturing himself. But
what about you? What do you not like? Are you not gonna back your club? Back your badge?
Back the lads.
Why would I back the lags in a game that means absolutely, like, literally means
absolutely nothing? I backed my lads for 38 games.
Because TJ, you have to be together. You have to be together. That's what the manager said.
Sing the song. TJ, sing the song.
Yeah, man.
The manager also said that if this season was last season, we would have won the league. So, or last season was this season, we would have won the league.
That quote was definitely peak. If my grandma had wheels, like that was a great quote. Legendary.
Yeah, and if my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where
All-time quote. All-timer
doesn't
quote.
fucking matter, dude. Like nobody gives a like literally nobody. Corey's in the same boat. Like we just want to watch good football. Last weekend of the season, last Sunday, everybody's going to be playing at the same time. I want to watch Marshall cry when Nottingham Forest win. But then again, if Chelsea win,
Didn't watch another man cry. Okay.
It's a bit
I
weird
mean,
to be
if
watching
Chelsea
another
win,
man cry,
if Chelsea win, it's a W. But we're not going to be parading that around. Like we kind of barely got across the line. We handed in our homework at 11:59 when it was due at 12. Like I don't really know if we're popping champagne bottles for doing that. But
dude, I feel like I lose no matter what with that match because if you guys win, then Forest are out, and then all the Forest fans that thought they were the shit this season are not, and I think they're guaranteed Europa, right?
No,
I think that's what it is.
no, Conference League.
Is it Conference League if they drop that far?
It depends on what
Depending on the Villa result.
It,
Yeah.
it also depends on.
Oh well, we know what the Villa result is going to be. We know what that's going to be.
Yeah, we know.
also,
Yeah.
it also
You don't even have to
depends
watch
on-
it. You don't even have to watch it. We're gonna lose. We play strong teams and we lose. Like people are wondering like who's Ruben Amorim gonna play. It doesn't matter. We're gonna lose regardless.
These
So,
people are wondering. The
Yeah,
streets are
like-
wondering, man.
yeah, man.
Is that your official Europa preview sheet?
Is anybody who's no final is different. The final is different because the final is like there's something actually to play for. Like just against Chelsea, there was
Yeah. Angelo Postecoglou.
I'm waiting, man. I'm
This
waiting.
guy, man.
I'm waiting for the final preview when I get to speak on that. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Well, while Jacob we get a live view of Jacob doing his job.
Handling pipe. Maybe it looks like
gainful employment,
Yeah, yo.
literally handling
Yeah.
pipe, literally.
handling pipe. That's what he's doing. He's
And
handling
then,
a pipe.
and then, and then you have Ahmed over there playing FIFA 10 on his PS Vita. You know what? This is the most fucking unprofessional show on YouTube.
Listen,
it is
I get
absolutely
it.
insane.
He's
Listen,
reminiscing
I
about
listen,
Dieter Drogba because like Jackson shit right now. So he's reminiscing about Dieter Drogba.
I have to reminisce.
No,
I know
you-
you're
but
not
you know what?
talking
And you know what?
From a glass
No,
house. Made
No, but you
of
know what? But
cat
hold on.
Rasmus
But the thing is, no, the thing is he lying, bro? You feel me? It's like you got your high school crush. Your high school sweetheart never worked out. You reminisce on the memories. That's how I'm
Yeah,
feeling,
man.
bro. Every time I look at Drogba highlights, I'm like, damn, that's a real 9 right there.
You always think I do the same thing though, Marshall. I do the same thing. I look
That's
at
what I'm
all,
saying.
you know who I
In the
look
same
at.
boat.
Do you know who I look at? I look at Odi and Igalo from a couple of years ago, and I reminisce about him
Damn.
because that's
You
how
probably
bad
look at
Hoyland
Jackson
is.
right now and be like, you know what? I wish I had him instead of Hoyland.
You know what's funny, by the way?
know-
I got into an argument with the Liverpool fan over who's worse, like Nunez or Jackson, and we both came to the solid conclusion that nothing is worse than Hoyland.
Hoyland. That's the
Like we both are just like, you know what? Hoyland is worse.
Let me
Hey
just say,
man,
man,
to see a
Frank
good
Lampard,
striker
man.
for my club, I
Frank
just
Lampard,
tune into
man.
our games.
Different gravy, man. Different gravy, Frank Lampard, man. And you got that for Enzo Fernandez in midfield, man. Damn.
This guy, man. This guy,
Oh
bro.
my lord, my lord, man. That's real, man.
You're
Listen, right now.
calling Enzo Fernandez a fraud before Nani Madueke, who missed like 500 chances against us.
Hey, man,
Like,
Madueke, we got a like for Madueke though. Like, tell them.
Hey, proper Spurs. Put some respect on Madueke's name. Proper talk.
I cannot believe Madueke prop is still a thing. I honestly can't believe it.
yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, man, there's
Like-
not an LA prop exists, so therefore
You don't have
And then-
any
no-
shame.
And then I see Chelsea
here.
fans saying, bro, and I see Chelsea fans saying, why would we need Rodrigo? Okay, brother, you watch that Madueke performance and tell me why we would need him.
You know, listen, man. Can I just be honest? I've been seeing that stupid news about Rodrigo. We're not getting that, brother. Can we just stop this like nonsense, please? We're not gonna get him.
Wait,
Like,
why,
And if we
why
do,
not?
Yeah, why not?
We're not gonna get him. I'm willing to bet. You know,
Why do you say that? Why?
bring money. No, man, that's not really something that Chelsea will do, man. I know this club very well, bro.
it is.
I know
It
that's
is,
not-
it is something they would
Source,
do.
trust me, bro. I hear it.
It is
No, man,
something.
it's just like
We have
you know,
it. We have it. We have
let's
it. We
look
have it.
at-
On, stop.
let's
We
look
have.
at
We literally.
Chelsea's-
We legitimately have it on good authority that there are 4 people that the club has said internally they would break the wage structure for,
All right, buddy. You listen. I'm
and
willing
he
to
is
bet
one of
you-
them.
I'm willing to bet you strong money he's not gonna come. I'm very certain. I'm fairly certain on that. That's all I'm saying. You know, if you say Osimhen's gonna come to the club, I could see.
No,
that.
I don't think Osimhen's. No, I don't think Osimhen's coming to the club. I think
so
Rodrigo is infinitely more
no,
likely than Osimhen.
Yeah, but you know, I think you listen. I know who's coming for the left wing. You know my point of view.
Yeah,
You
just
know
give
who
it
I
up,
had
bro.
before.
Give that shit up.
And when it happens, you know I'm always right.
Hazard isn't coming back. So who are you talking about?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
Listen, man. You know, super agents. A certain super.
No.
agents
It's
that
great
find
because he said this, and the entire team's like, we're getting this person, and as soon as he says, we're getting this person, we never get them. So listen, man, I'll take the
Listen.
W where I can, bro.
Did I not tell you we're gonna get João Felix and we got him?
Yeah, but anybody could have told you that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
how
I
did
don't know
that?
why
How
you
did,
act
how
like
did,
that was a massive
how did that work
surprise.
out? By the way, I don't remember. How did that work out?
I mean, he
Uh,
made AC Milan not get into Europe, so I mean that's worked out perfectly for them.
Yeah, that's
So,
a W, man.
Oh my gosh. I have to hear about Maduki prop when I'm still in mourning over the Leafs. Yeah, McChronicle, what you need to do is not go for the Leafs. They are the Tottenham Hotspur of the NHL. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Bro, it's literally Toronto, bro. They don't even.
Oh,
win
actually,
anything, bro. What did he win
no.
there?
You know what? You
Oh.
know what? No, they're actually worse than Tottenham
You,
Hotspur because they
you
haven't made
say
a
that, but
final.
we're in a final.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. The Leafs haven't made a Stanley Cup final since '67. So
Damn.
they're actually worse.
Yeah.
Hold that, McChronicle. Hold that. Hockey knowledge unbound, baby.
Hey,
Oh,
TJ,
Damn, bro.
you know, Tottenham in that span have won 2 Europa titles. How many have you won in that span?
We won a European
0.
Winners' Cup.
They are
So
legit
not,
the England of
yeah,
sport.
yeah. I thought so.
They're the England of hockey.
Inner City's Fair Cup sometime in the '70s too. Like, yeah, we'll be all right. We're good. We're fine. What are you talking about? Cup double in the '70s. How many cup doubles have you won?
We did Europe and FA Cup twice. So twice.
Were you
This
even alive
century? Wait,
when-
this century or last one?
In the 70s and in the 80s, sir.
So last century.
Last century.
Last century. Got you. Heard you.
Age ain't nothing but a number, baby.
All right. Well, I'm not previewing the Europa League final yet. We're gonna tease that. Let's talk the FA Cup final. Steve-O, you called it, guy. You
We're not
called
gonna
it.
wait for the main event. We're not gonna wait for the main event for that one.
Who's the main event?
Vader.
Who's Vader? I've never heard of him.
Wow.
He's still live with he's still live with Flawless. Fine. What do you want to? You know what, Ahmed? Guy who's playing FIFA 10 while on the street.
Yeah, you know
How
what?
about you tell us
How
what we should
professional.
talk about?
How
You know,
How about you let me? How about
Alright.
you run the show?
All right then, fine. I can do that. Please.
Oh, okay.
Chad,
Oh,
you
that
gotta
means you
start
gotta
doing your
turn off
job. You gotta start
WWE.
putting frauds in the cell.
Okay, so listen.
This
I
chat
think
is moving fraudulently.
listen. Whilst we obviously wait for Vader, because I feel like it's only fair to talk about Man City with him. Why don't we actually talk about obviously the final day of the season, the big one? Obviously, you got Steve here. You got some Chelsea fans here, right? How are we feeling going into the final day against our chances? Obviously, against Nottingham Forest for us. He's got Everton, and then obviously, you know what I mean.
Yeah, here's the thing. The only game that really matters is Chelsea Forest. We just talked about that. Sheik, we got to keep him away from a bathtub and electronics. And Jacob,
You know-
Jacob's in the same boat. It doesn't even fucking matter.
I mean,
I do-
I mean, it's road to 40. No, do you guys not want to at least get 40 points? Like, you know,
Neither of them are
Both
getting
of
40
neither of them are
points.
getting 40, bro. Not, because you have to keep in mind that the last game is going to happen after the Europa final. So one team is going to be utterly depressed and the other one is going to be shit-faced. So there's no win.
Jacob might be in London getting shit-faced with him. So how about that? Yeah, don't pull up to London unless you try to talk to me nicely now.
Yeah, I just know if you come to London, TJ, you're not going to be seeing me, mate. You know what I mean? Just want you to know that.
Good. So yeah, that's like an advertisement to me. Marshall, how are you feeling about Forest this weekend, bro?
Confident, but not really. It's like kind of 75% chance I think we're gonna win, but I was reminded about our away record. We haven't won an away game since Fulham, and that makes me a little nervous. But also, Forest aren't in the best form. I don't know. This could be a mid-off, to be honest. And it can be it can end in a draw, and then Villa end up taking Forest and Chelsea out of the Champions League spot. But I mean, I'm confident my team can get something for the most part. I mean, it might be like a 1-0 or a 2-1 goal that or score line that maybe gets us across, but the team has to step up, and mentality's been an issue for the team all season. So it's up in the air, man. Maybe the team shows up. I think they will, or maybe they don't show up like they have in previous games this season, and that's scary because we're away. If we were home, this wouldn't even be debate for me, but we're not. So
Yeah, at home, I think it would be a lot more cut and dry. But because it's at their ground, I don't know. I can't really separate like both teams at this current moment, like because of your sketchy away form and Forest kind of being up and down as well. Therefore they would prefer to be at home.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't think we're gonna lose.
But you know what it is? But that's what I'm saying. You know what it's gonna be though? It's not gonna be good football. It's good ball. It's get it done. Both teams are just gonna want to get it done. So I really do believe that the entire outlook of the match is going to be decided by who gets the first goal.
Yeah.
If Forest gets the first, if Forest get the first goal, I think it's over. I think we don't. I think we draw it, and that's it. I think it ends up a draw.
And it's kind of a weird one too, because it's like we know like if Forest want to play counterattack, they want to play the low block, strike you on the counterattack. And this is one game that like Chelsea put himself in a position where they need to win, so they're gonna go for it. And
kind of plays into Forest's hands,
yeah, it kind of plays into Forest's hands, but Forest also need to go for it. So it's one of those like, do Forest just sit back and like
they
hope
can't
for the
they can't
proper opportunity?
They can't. They have to go for it, bro. I'm telling you.
That's what
they have to.
They have
They
to.
looking at the table.
They have because they messed up with the Leicester City game. Because of that they can no longer. Because of that, they can no longer sit back. They can't sit back and just hope for and hope that they get a draw. They can't.
Yeah,
they need to win now.
They have to win. They can't even get a draw because it's like based off of the points. Like Villa, like I'm telling you guys, Villa are probably going to beat us.
Villa are
you can't.
Villa are definitely going to win.
Going to beat us. So it's like you can't bank on these other teams to pretty much like not do their job or whatever. And it's just gonna go down to that. So I think Forest are gonna be on it more than Chelsea at this point. I think so because a draw could be efficient for Chelsea. Like that could be enough for you guys to get at least stay in top 5.
Hold up. Let me see. Hold up. Let me bring it up. So I think with the result today, the city game doesn't matter. I remember because I saved it on. Hold up, I saved it on Twitter. Okay, here we go. So if we draw, the only way we get UCL is two things: if Villa don't beat United or Everton beat Newcastle away, which is not happening.
Which is
likely.
Exactly.
But if we draw, it's over for Forest. That's it. There's nothing they can do.
Mm-hmm.
They're cooked fully.
Mm-hmm.
Because the results that Forest would need would also mean that we make UCL football. Like any result that would potentially see Forest making like Europa League would mean that we make Champions League. That's what I'm saying. Like a draw for them isn't enough. A draw for them is completely over.
Yeah. True.
I want to see a Chelsea Forest draw. So Forest definitely has to stay in Conference League, and then Aston Villa are definitely going to win. So they're going to make UCL.
You're an enemy of football.
And then why am I an enemy of football? I just have agendas against Nottingham Forest. I don't think.
What the fuck did Nottingham Forest do to you?
It's not Nottingham Forest.
It's not Forest. It's the fans.
It's the fans.
What the fuck did Wolfie do to you? He's the only Nottingham Forest fan I know.
The way that they've been talking.
Y'all keep talking about fans plural, but I only know Wolfie.
Wolfie knows what he did. That's all I'm gonna say. Wolfie knows.
I'm gonna be a little
Wolfie,
bit.
If you're watching this, leave a comment down below.
There's no way Wolfie's watching this.
I'm gonna be a little bit.
It's like you pull one beautiful woman in your life, and all of a sudden you think you can pull all the beautiful women. It's not like that.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. Reaction. Is it that kind of what you expect?
No, but you know what's funny about Nottingham Forest is that they have more European pedigree than certain other London clubs in this panel.
Excuse me.
Anyway, we're just gonna I'm just gonna bypass.
What did
that
I
one.
say that was wrong?
Anyway, I'm just gonna bypass that one. I'm actually rather confident against Nottingham Forest. Really enough, that's weird coming from myself because
what
I'm
the?
I'm usually
losing.
I'm usually the
losing. Yeah, you guys are losing.
And the reason. And the reason why I'm confident is because I'm not going to be streaming the game, because whenever I don't stream, we usually win. So if
You're not streaming the game?
That is 100% not the case.
No, it is true. No, it is true. No, it is true though. No, he's not wrong. No, Marshall, I stream with him almost when he doesn't stream, we pick up W's. He's not wrong.
You guys hear how like it's not anything to do tactical wise. It's just the fact that
no, but you know what it is. No. Okay, if you want to speak if you want to hold up, if you want to speak tactically, stop. If you want to speak tactically, if Forest really do try to sit back and hit us on the counter, I think they will lose. I think they are going to lose, bro. If they don't try to actually propose a bit
Logic,
of a game,
I have no idea, bro.
and force us to sit back, it's gonna be difficult for them, man.
I think you guys do that. I think you guys.
The reason why I'm not in jail is because you guys are broke and don't have the money to.
Damn.
Oh my God!
Get your money up, man. That's all I'm trying to say.
Pocket watching, Jesus.
And secondly, I don't listen because my pocket's always flush.
Maybe they bought noise canceling headphones so they wouldn't have to hear you.
You know what I mean? You see me, man. I brought my noise canceling headphones and I'm still flush. So show that. But on a serious note, you know what I mean, a bit more of a funny and serious note. I just think from a Chelsea perspective, you know what the game plan is. When we played them last time at home, they did the same game plan against us. We drew, but we had the better chances, bro, in that game as well. And that was what probably, in my personal opinion, the Madueke, who's worse off than others and everything like that, right? And so, listen, at the end of the day, for me, I think in this game, the way stuff has been going, the luck, I think we need some luck here. And I feel like, we are due some level of, like, fortune. Like, we've not had a lot of fortune for a very long time. And I'm hoping, Lady Luck also shines upon us and makes our life a bit more easier. And you know what it is sometimes, bro. You know, especially with like a lot more of these smaller teams. You've seen it with Leicester. When it's do or die time, bro, they do sometimes just capitulate. And we've seen that. Just Leicester's a great example of that, where every time you think they're about to get the top four, they just were well and truly able to, capitulate quite well.
Does anyone know if Mario is still out or if they're missing?
Mario's out completely. He's got a hamstring injury, bro.
Yeah, he's done.
And Callum Hudson-Odoi is maybe not eligible.
I think they said he's rushing to try to get back, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
The one thing is that I'm 100% sure that Lavi's gonna play. He has to play the full 90 because he's not touching Conference League.
I'm not 100% sure. I have this feeling in the back of my head, Maresca's gonna overthink this.
I don't think.
How do you overthink it?
I think it's going to be quite simply. I think quite simply.
But the thing is, you have to play Lavia though, because he's not going to play the final, the Conference League final.
He's going to play the same starting lineup, bro. He played against United. I think maybe.
Which is without Lavia.
Without Lavia, I think so, because I think he values Reece James being there more and the ability.
So you think he's going to start Tariq George in the striker?
Might be the only. I think maybe he gets like removed, and maybe you put Neto in the middle. And then
I agree.
And then you put Madueke.
Oh yeah, Sancho's back, right? Sancho's back.
So you do Madueke.
Yeah, Neto 9. Yeah.
Right? That's probably what you do, right? And I think for me, you saw last season what Reece James did over those crosses, and you've seen what he just did against United of those crosses. If you're Chelsea, you're looking at Moscow, you're like, I need my experienced head to be there. Kukurea is there too. We need to make shit happen, basically.
The thing is, in order for us to win this game, and I think one key factor is going to be Lavia. The other key factor is we need to create. And with Lavia, this is what happens. We need to create a fuck ton of chances because Sells this season, I think all of us on the panel for the most part agree, he is the keeper, the best keeper in the Premier League this season. I
was actually going to bring that up. Yeah.
He can easily be the difference maker between us winning this and us drawing it. This man has been phenomenal for Nottingham Forest this season, and even without Mario, this guy, if we're not clinical, if we're not if we're doing silly stuff like what Nani did against United and the chances we were missing, then it's gonna be tough against Sells, who is just.
I think for me.
Against
big up Flawless for the raid, by the way. Big up Flawless for the raid, by the way.
Do you know what it is? I would probably say, this is why, again, I'm looking at you, Palmer. I'm looking at you, Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Pedro Neto, maybe to an extent, and Sancho to be doing the job now, bro. Like I get, like I need you. I don't care how we win this game. I've said this before. Right now, it's about winnings more than performances. Just if you can get a scrappy 1-0 win, which you've been doing quite well for as of recently, just make that happen. All you need is one of them to go in, and you do a good enough job, to shut them out. Because if they start coming onto you, that's perfect for us because we're good at countering too. Our team literally was built upon countering, bro. So it's quite easy.
Why are you?
I was gonna say like if
have to play games like this. Like, why do we have?
You knew who to pick, Mina. Come on.
Enough for 5 minutes, man. Damn. Bro.
Nah, Vader, get your head up, bro. You're called to duty.
Yeah, you're called to duty. We gotta say on 3 who we want, but we can't.
All right, you want me to count it?
Wait. On 3. Oh.
Yeah.
So on the count of 3, you and TJ have to say name.
Oh, I would do the
If
hand
not,
sign.
then
I'll do the
Jacob.
hand sign.
If we don't say the same thing, then Jacob gets to
All
pick.
right, ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Ahmed.
Jacob.
Ah!
All right,
No.
Jacob, you have to pick.
Jacob gets to
Just for that, Vader, get your FA Cup losing ass in the jail.
They can never lock me up, man. They can never lock me up, man. They can never lock me up. Cold that.
Oh yeah, right.
They can never.
I have
lock
a,
me up.
I have a feeling they probably will. Yeah. See, it's fun. Big up Mina. Big him up. Well, now we can't talk about the FA Cup. Actually, we can talk
It's
about
only
the
5
FA
minutes.
Cup.
It's
Just
gonna
wait
be
5
in there.
We can talk about the FA
We
Cup.
can,
Yeah,
we can,
yeah.
boy, we can
Was Phil Foden there?
get the roast going.
Yeah, man.
Wait, was he playing?
Was Holland there? Because he was afraid to take the penalty, but
yeah, can we talk about Holland?
I heard Egypt is falling currently.
Yo, hold up. You know what it is? You know what it is? Jacob.
About Holland.
Jacob, hold on. Jacob, you know what it is? It's like the Mexicans, like Mexicanos would say. He has no huevos, bro. How do you not step up and take that pen? No huevos, bro. He got no huevos. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying, bro. See, Jacob gets it, man.
They used to say Marmoush got ousted in the revolution, man. Damn. You know what I mean? He's not.
Damn.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm hearing, man.
Bro, I heard
That's
when
the word-
Marmoush
that's the
met
word
that
on the
thing,
street.
Staffy shed a tear.
You know what I mean? how can Haaland be a gunman without a gun? You know what I mean? A gunman without a gun. Crazy work, man. You know what I mean? Giving away penalties. You know what I mean? All I know, we've got players in my club, that are fighting for penalties, and I've got guys like Haaland,
They throwing hands with each other for penalty.
and Haaland saying, me scared. You know what I mean? You know what's going on, man?
What is it?
That's a difference. That's a difference between.
Goal?
It's a difference between Pochettino and Pep, but we move.
It's like I get it if you give
He's
a penalty to
magic,
someone.
No.
I get it if you give
Marshall, come on.
I get it if you
Mauricio.
give a penalty to someone and it's like
No, that's
they're
not
out of
right.
form or like you're trying to get them back into form. Like I get it then if you hand over the ball to someone to try to get them back in form. This is a final. Like you are Holland. You're meant to be whatever we say or we hear
Makes
about
no
this
sense
guy
to me.
in finals. Like I'm sorry, but you bitched away. Like you genuinely bitched away. I'm sorry. You did.
He said you bitch made.
Yeah, hey, look, hey, listen, beating Palace in FA Cup finals isn't for everyone, man.
He said when the lights were brightest.
Just take
007 in finals. 007 in finals.
Ooh,
Hey,
that is
That's
true.
what I'm saying, man. Like,
No, I'm just gonna say,
it's not just him though. It is the rest of the guys too. Like it is Foden and all those other people as well. Like
False
where were
10
they?
Foden.
But hey,
Dude, you know it's peak
And
though.
we
You know it's
talk
peak though
about
when
it,
they're wheeling out Gundogan at the end of the game. Hopefully that he's hoping that he's going to do something. But
They said
literally
they said
wheeled him out
Grams,
of
do
his
you have
coffin.
one more in you?
Yeah, do you have one
Grams,
more
do you
in
got one more in you?
Gundogan was trying to go to Spain and enjoy his old ass retirement. And they're like, get your
Facts.
ass back here in the
Facts,
rain.
bro.
We need you in the blistering cold to lose. He's like, bro, I'm in Catalonia. Leave me alone. Should have left that phone on Do Not Disturb. Huh, Vader? Huh, Vader?
How can Vita let Benjamin Chilwell get an FA Cup? Crazy. Crazy, man.
The full government. The full government.
My boy
Benjamin Chilwell.
was crazy.
Shout out to my boy Benjamin
That is
Chilwell
true.
for getting an FA Cup first.
Yeah, been jamming on that ass.
When he was at their club, they never called him.
Damn.
This guy, man, don't even get starts there. And he's got an FA Cup. He gave him the free FA Cup.
Bro, you know what it is? No, you know what it is? Hold up. City letting man hit that never hit before. Wigan, Crystal Palace. They letting man hit that never hit before. That's crazy.
I knew as soon as Crystal Palace made the final, they were going to win it. They can't handle small sides in big finals like that. They just can't.
Say,
it's historical.
Adam Morton, man. Bernardo Silva had a DM. I'll just say, bro. Oh man, like he put on a performance.
I had a Wharton on myself.
Can we actually ask a question here? If you are the greatest manager of all time, allegedly.
Okay.
You know that Mr. Bernardo Silva's legs are finito. This guy can't run. He ain't got the engine. Yeah, and yet you still decide him to put him into 6 against a young and hungry Adam Morton. Explain that to me, bro. Explain it to me.
Also, while we wait for Vader to explain his lies and AI chat GPT computes fucking formula, I just want to say, shout out FC Dallas. Anyone sleeping on the MLS, Chris Richards is an FC Dallas product, and he just stomped all over.
See what you did, Vader?
FC Dallas, FA Cup. FC Dallas tweeted about the FA Cup, bro. Hold that, Vader. Hold that. I love Chris Richards. He's a good guy, but you gotta
even Matt Turner won a trophy. I should think about
bro. Yeah, Matt Turner and Eddie Nketiah left Arsenal to go win.
Fucking Albino Iniesta, Will Hughes, FA Cup victor, dog. You know what I'm saying?
This is the second MLS that locked up Haaland.
Oh my days.
They found new incriminating evidence. He didn't even leave.
Hey, TJ.
That wasn't
TJ,
on my American Waffle bingo card. I'll tell you that.
This is the second MLS to lock up Haaland. That was Louis Skelly, and now Major League Soccer.
Yeah. And listen, hold up.
Stay humble, eh?
Listen, hold up. And hold up. Henderson, what a performance, man. What a performance by Henderson. And before Bader brings it up, it's AI, bro. That's AI forged. I saw nothing illegal happen. I saw absolutely nothing. Just like a certain city. No handball for a certain city when they won a certain league. We also saw nothing. It's all AI imagery, bro. Massive W for football. Massive W for football, man.
Football lives on.
Why was Pep proud about the fact that he looked about Dean Henderson? I thought he was magnanimous in defeat.
I thought he was above it. He was above it all.
Yeah, I thought he was above it all.
You know what's gonna be crazy? Put this. I'm predicting this for people's bingo cards today for American Waffle. Vader taking zero accountability for his manager.
I'm so glad you said it.
The players let the manager down.
Let's also not forget they spent a crazy amount of money this January to try.
Bro,
to
Vader and Vader and caping for Pep, bro. Cash money every time it gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Like Pep could do no wrong, bro. It was actually the players.
Here comes the money for real.
That's
what Pep said. He's a checkbook manager.
I'm hearing Man City.
Speak on it, bro. Could he have done what Fergie did?
I'm hearing now that Man City can't afford the facilities for some of the big players they're targeting.
Words.
Well, the first package too.
I want to pose something. Ahmed, you may know this because of your nation's ties to basically the whole fucking globe. Would Erling Haaland at Borussia Dortmund have said, "Here, you Egyptian guy, you take the penalty. I won't." No, I feel like I think Pep broke Haaland, bro. Pep broke Haaland like he broke KDB, like he just broke Rodri, like he broke Gundogan,
like he broke Grealish, like he broke Grealish,
like he broke Grealish, like he broke Doku.
Pep,
Savinho, man, R.I.P., bro.
Pep,
it's now saliva.
Pep and Arteta are ego killers. That's what I've realized, man. Pep and Arteta is.
You just realized that?
You know what I mean? No. I didn't realize that. Of course, I know that for a while. Come on, let's not be an idiotic here. I talk about individual brilliance every time these guys lose. But yeah, the point I'm just trying to make is that Pep and Arteta are just known ego killers, and because you lose ego, and the moment you lose egos in your special players, you lose a good chunk of what makes them them. You know what I mean? And that hurts you in the key moments, as I've said many a time before. And I think if this season showed anything, it's shown you that the system era we're reaching its climax, bro. Right? And that we need guys now to step up with their individual.
We need the Mavericks, man. Bring the Mavericks back.
And guess what, bro? And guess
Oh
what?
my God, dude. I love it.
Guess what? And guess what? You know, guys like, and guess what, man? The anti-Maverick managers.
Man, you might need to start taking notes just to keep up with all the.
And certain others, man, it's looking spooky for them. It's looking spooky,
bro. No, bro, and you know what? Like, that's what I'm saying. You know what? And you know he's not wrong. The system era is dying because, bro, we're looking at Premier League Player of the Year being benched for a final, coming on stinker, bro.
Yeah,
this has to be the worst follow performance from a Prem Player of the Year ever, bro. I can't remember a worse, a worse encore.
47 kids were watching.
Perhaps, bro. Perhaps.
That's 47 heartbreaks, Vader. I hope you're happy.
It's on free TV, so yeah, they probably were watching.
Oh shit!
But no one, also, I should mention this. No one mentioned the fact that 2 back-to-back FA final losses, FA Cup final losses.
I've been asking for a SWOT analysis on 2 FA Cup losses in a row, but he hasn't come out with it yet.
1 to 10 hog as well, by the way. Let's not discount that.
Where's the
guys let Garnacho score last season? Garnacho, Alejandro,
yikes,
Alejandro.
The Crystal Palace manager, yeah, was talking so heavy about Pep. Yeah, he was talking to him like he was a little boy. He was like, yeah, we know this guy already. You know what I mean?
He hit the too small. He hit the too small.
I have the CV already. I know how to beat this guy. I got the CV for him. You know what I mean? I got the tactics.
But you know, but Ahmed, you know what they're gonna do though, right? They're just gonna pull out the checkbook yet again because it's just they tried. They actually tried for Verts. Yeah, they tried pulling.
They tried. That's what I'm saying.
Morgan Gibbs White. I'm telling you right now, Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, in a Man City system, is not it, bro.
Bro, Morgan, get ready for Morgan Gibbs shite, bro. It's cooked. It's over, bro.
Some of their targets, yeah. I think Marmoush, quality player. Don't get it twisted.
Marmoush is unbelievable.
Yeah, right. I'm not
yeah, shout out Kepa, man.
I really found out last week.
Hey, I do want to thank Pep for grabbing Marmoush right before we had to play them in Europa. So thank you for that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now we have to play Hugo and Tuki Kiki. Fuck that goofy ass. Bro looked like he was an extra in the Goofy movie. I swear to God.
Listen, can Peter tell us what happened to Victor Reese? Because I'm hearing he's in Brazil doing his stinkers.
He got sent back to Brazil, didn't he?
He's in Brazil doing his stinkers. I'm like, what happened there? Close enough. You know what I mean? I told the streets that it was way too early for him to be brought at Manchester City. He need another season.
Bro, not only that.
I said
what
as the guy that watches that league.
You want to know one of the funniest things? By the way, hold up. This Echeverri kid is a baller. Everybody from South America rated him. He's a baller, right? I'm seeing this kid asking for the ball between the half spaces, and all the City players are like, we don't do that around here. Ball into we don't do that around here. We're not doing ball to feet into the half space. We're not doing that. He's begging for the ball. He's free in the half space. He's like, pass me the ball. And they're like, the system dictates that does not happen. The chat GPT computation ran through. That play is not allowed.
He's going to be able to fill it ball to fold the next season, bro. You know what I mean? Spinning around in a circle. You know what I mean? Passing it backwards. And no end product. So, you know what I mean? Can't wait for that, man. Can't wait for that, bro.
Yeah, the Grealish special. Dribble a player, take it to the corner flag, pass back.
Pass back.
What happened to that CDM day, bro? Like that people, it's like
Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, what happened to him? I even
big up Blaine.
He's got a goal on the bench today, to be fair. Yeah, he should be starting every single game.
He was serving me enchiladas earlier for lunch. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
Yeah,
Nico Gonzalez? Yeah. Put it in the bag, buddy. Wrap that burrito up.
Exactly, man.
And they spent money on these guys in January too. Like that's the thing is that they spent damn near 200 million on Gonzalez, Kusanov, Marmoush, like all these guys that they brought in. And
but this goes to show like
Marmoush.
I remember.
By the way, hold up.
Go ahead. When that window happened, I literally said, dude, they only got Marmoush, and every single Man City Glazer out there was like, no, that's how you properly do a window. That's a proper team right there. All this and that.
I remember that.
Fast forward to right now.
I remember that too.
Yeah. There's that proper team you were talking about. Marmoush is class, but everyone else, what window was that?
Where they at?
Yeah, where are they at? They're nowhere.
Also,
near.
TJ. Hold up. Post game. Hold up. No, hold up. We're not gonna let this fight. Post game interview. a certain Pep Guardiola was saying, "Listen, we picked up a
Guy's
trophy
such an
this season.
asshole, bro.
We picked up a trophy, and do you know what trophy he was referencing? The fucking community shield, the dinner
Shield.
plate, the dinner plate,
Interesting.
That is
We
actually
know what
Interesting.
our he drinks from now,
That
eh?
is
We know
disgraceful.
what
Yeah.
the
we know
dinner
what-
plate." So we hold up, no, because we're not going to crash on Arteta for mentioning dinner plates,
No,
and then let
that's
Pep try to
disgraceful.
cover up the season
I
with a
can't
dinner
believe Pep
plate.
actually
Well,
did that.
Pep was too busy crying after the pitch, trying to pick a fucking fight with Dean Henderson, who had just won a fucking cup. Like this guy is the biggest sore loser I have ever seen a manager be a sore loser. Outside of like Mourinho, this guy is a fucking.
Man.
Have you seen
Mourinho's
Vader?
funny. But at least Mourinho's
Have you
funny.
seen Vader?
At least
Mourinho's funny.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
Mourinho's funny.
Mourinho's
Mourinho's
Dude,
funny.
Mourinho at least waited till the ref was out in the car park and then tried to kill him. Like that was-
exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
Like
Prime time.
Mourinho is about it.
Go.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
about it.
Mourinho's a
Pep
goat.
was just gonna do it to the opposing goalkeeper on the
No!
field. I
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Up, yo.
No, I feel like
It's gonna
so
get to a
so
point
far
where-
Vader's input to the show has been Phil Foden's input in the final.
Mm.
What a
gonna
guy!
get to
He's
a
really a
Haaland's
system
input
player,
in the
huh?
Final. De Bruyne's
We're gonna-
input in the final.
We're gonna run
We
out
could
of
go
shit.
on.
So we're gonna have to start praising the performance we had today.
You know, it's interesting because City need to do a rebuild now. I mean, they're in a similar position to a lot of other clubs now. In the top
Yeah.
6. Yeah, and the way it's looking right now, they've got 3 weeks, much like Chelsea, to get players in until the Club World Cup. I'm gonna be real, man. It's looking spooky, man. It's looking spooky indeed. It's looking very spooky. You know what I mean? The player levels that these guys used to get, bro, and what I'm seeing them target. I'm like, whoa, what happened? Did the Sheikh say I need to save some money now? What's going on?
Just the steam.
When the Sheikh said that, it's time to, invest in other, sports, or as he said, it's time to, put the gun down. What's going on? I'm surprised.
Inflation's high.
Yeah, man. Is he saying that the oil price is a bit too low? What's going on?
Too many electric cars out on the road. The economy's
what I
not
mean?
doing good for the oil
Yeah.
price.
Definitely.
Like,
It's all those tariffs, by the way. That's what's doing it. It's the tariffs.
Tariffs.
Fucking up
For
Pep's.
real.
They're putting
Transfer
they're
fees.
putting tariffs on the transfer fees, man. We can't do this in Man City
100%
anymore.
tariffs and transfer fees. 100% tariffs, man.
Hold up, no, because you know what is hold up. Because no, a couple years ago, we were all saying, what player wouldn't want to go to Man City when Pep picks up the phone?
Yeah.
Now we have a long graveyard of ballers that have gone into that Man City team and perished.
Yeah.
Cook.
So now when you're a
RSM
baller,
is
you're like,
cooking.
do I want to go to Man City? You feel me? If I'm really a baller like that, do I want to go to Man City and let Pep drain the sauce out of me? Be a sauceless baller?
That is
Is that what I want?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yo, bro.
Hey,
No,
yo.
but like, no, that's not the thing. Listen, the reality is, we need to be honest. Players want to be able to have some level of expression. There's a reason why these guys aren't going to Arsenal. Some of these guys that like to do that sort of thing. There's a reason some of these guys don't go to some of these other go to City, because they do not enjoy their football, bro. They're just there to grab titles and bounce. But now they don't have we can get titles and bounce anymore. They just bounce. So, I mean, what's the point of going to Manchester as well? Like, listen, I like Manchester. It's got a few nice places here and there, but you know what I mean? It's not London. You know what I mean? It's not. I was gonna say Birmingham, but Birmingham's a shithole. I can't like these.
Ahmed right now sounds like Gundogan's agent. What you want to go to City for? Stay here in Catalonia. We're enjoying ourselves.
Man, listen, I want to join a place in the sun, you know what I mean? Maybe if somewhere, in France, live in southern France, commute to Paris, you know what I mean? That's better places to live in, you know what I mean, than Manchester, with all due respect.
Wait, question. This is gonna sound.
Big up,
stupid,
Mike.
but
Thanks for the raid. Big up, my guy.
I
Big
just
up,
need to
Mike,
make
man.
sure. Barcelona won a domestic treble, right?
Yes, they did.
Gundogan left a domestic treble for this Man City side.
Left more like they didn't want him. He didn't leave anything. They didn't
We
want
left
him
for
there.
free, man. They said we don't want you here, man.
They're like, no, we're
Oh,
good.
okay, fair
No,
enough,
we're
fair
good. You
enough,
can.
fair enough,
We'll send you back to rainy England to retire and collect your AARP checks. Like
Alright,
these
that's
guys.
fair.
This guy.
Mm.
This guy is finished, bro. He'll be playing in the German second league if he wants to keep playing. Like, this guy is done.
TJ, you got to explain that joke to Vader because in Canada, I
Oh,
believe
I'm
they
sorry.
have AARP, not AARP. AARP.
Hey, Vader, it's the magazine. It's the magazines. I don't know if you have this in Canada. Magazines where, like, there's people walking down the beach, being like, "What's next in your future? Like, how do you want to walk into the light?" That's what AARP is.
Yeah, let me just make this also clear.
Do they have that in Canada? Anyway, sorry, keep
There's
going.
Gundogan. Listen, man. I think Gundogan, if he's a smart guy, he goes to Schalke and brings him back into the Bundesliga, man. That's a great fairy tale story right there, man. You know what I mean? I think if he's smart, lad, let's make that happen.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you guys are cooking because.
Wait, Ahmad. You just said Gundogan. Do you know where? Hold on? Do you know where they bought Gundogan from?
Yeah, you put the glasses
I know
on.
what they brought.
Alright,
I know
here
where
we
they
go.
brought them from. I'm just making the joke of, like, you know, I like Schalke. You know, let's get some understand. Yeah. I know you're from Dortmund.
I want to make sure you weren't being serious.
I mean,
No.
you guys are cooking.
I'm just
though,
saying,
'cause
like, you know, we need like an old goat club to come back.
I'm not gonna lie though. I mean, you're not wrong, Ahmed, but I'm not gonna lie. Like the
gonna
future
make a
with
World War II
KDB
joke
now
there, but
leaving,
we'll
with KDB now leaving, the future's looking like who's gonna step up? You know, like it's looking a little scary out there. I'm not gonna lie. Is Vader's 10 minutes up?
Hey, remember what Pep said though? We cannot replace it. We cannot replace him.
He has 5 more minutes.
We cannot replace him.
Honestly, I think Pep might be going through exactly what Klopp was these past few seasons, about being loyal to certain players and not replacing them with. Okay, so you have opportunities to play Nico Gonzalez. You have opportunities from January to play Nico Gonzalez over Kovacic, Gundogan, whoever the fuck else. Bernardo Silva doesn't do it. Hardly ever does it.
DM.
Yeah, but whenever Gonzalez has played, I'm not saying he's been great, but he's been better and he's offered something more impactful to their team than Bernardo. You can't tell me that the game is looking a lot better for Man City on Saturday if they start Nico Gonzalez right away.
He's a competent hand. That's the thing. That's the thing, bro.
Or De Bruyne.
He's a
You
competent
can't tell
hand.
me that.
It baffles me.
Kusanov wasn't playing terribly. Yes, he had a shaky debut versus Chelsea, but he wasn't playing bad. He just got dropped.
Even in that game, he recovered. He recovered well after that mistake.
Marmoush hasn't been consistently starting games for them, even though he's been really good for them. He needs to. When you buy players in fucking January, what's the point of easing them in when you need solutions right away?
Exactly.
That's kind of why you buy players in January, right? You need
Yeah.
to fix the problem right away. When Newcastle, when we was in relegation trouble, we got the takeover. We brought my man Bruno Guimaraes, played him pretty much right away. He made quite an impact. So I don't know why you buy. I mean, Vitor Risch, why'd you buy him if you're not going to use him right away?
Exactly.
And you know what's
Like
crazy?
same with Kusanov and same with Marmoush and Gonzalez. So
I'm glad you brought it up.
and same with O'Reilly. There's another one. There's another one. Nico
That's another
O'Reilly.
one. And he's been playing well for them recently.
He's been playing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Albeit he didn't play great on Saturday, but he was a big part of them in that Bournemouth
Victor
game
Moses.
to get him there.
He was a big part of them when they were going on
the
that
Forest
little run of games
semifinal
where
as
they were
well.
actually picking up form, and Erling Haaland still wasn't available. Marmoush was part of that team as well. Like, you know, there was a lineup there that you could have worked
Even
with.
Mati, bro. Even Mati.
Why was
McAtee,
Mateus
yeah,
Nunes
James
at
McAtee.
right back being dropped as well?
Yeah,
You know,
there's so many things
I
that
don't
don't
know
make
about you
sense to
guys.
me. And what baffles me, like Steve brought this up, and it literally I just got flashbacks. He did the same thing against Chelsea in the Champions League.
Champions League
Doesn't
final,
play a DM.
experimental lineups.
Yeah, and it's just like,
That's
why?
madness.
Like of all the games to do it, like why this one? Like it's just sometimes I think the ego gets the best of him. Like, and I understand it's deserved, right? Like he is this season in isolation. All right, we take that out of the picture. You look at the history of what Pep has done in football and all he's accomplished. He is one of the greatest managers of all time. There's no denying that. But sometimes I feel like that title probably gets to his head and he thinks he can get away with so much shit. And this season, dude, I've been clocking it. I have not been convinced by Pep or Man City at all this season. And I have seen so many decisions that people don't call out time in and time out. But because it's Man City, they get away with it. Because all the other teams around us are shit, they get away with it. That's why when people say, oh, this Premier League season is shit, I'm like, bullshit, it's not. I think this is better than any of the previous 4 or 5 Premier League seasons. Not because City haven't won it, but because now there's teams actually competing. Now there's teams that actually have their Mavericks and are not letting the Cities of the world or the Arsenals of the world or the Chelseas or whatever of the world take their best players. Now they're saying, you know what? We have money. We have a team. Let's actually go for it. Let's actually try to get at City. Look at Bournemouth this season against City. Look at Brighton against City. Look at all these teams against City. Fulham. In the beginning of the season, Fulham could have got away or just unfortunately lost to City. But you look at that game, you have Pep at the end of it giving Traore advice. It's like, bro, he had a hat trick of misses. He literally exposed you guys then. Like, give your players advice to not get exposed. And listen, I'm happy that in today's game, Bournemouth, which I'm sure we're not going to talk about, in today's
we
Bournemouth
are not.
game, I'm happy to see that Rodri's back.
When Vader gets out of jail,
when Vader gets back, I'm happy to see that Rodri's back. Right?
Palace game at work.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm happy to see that Rodri's back.
3,
but
2,
listen,
1.
at the end of the day,
let's let him.
Here we go.
Steve is right. You can't keep sticking with your favorites.
Let the
But-
criminal
I
take
agree.
his
All
time,
right,
man.
all right. We gotta let Vader speak now before he gets locked up again.
Gotta let Phil
mute
Foden
myself.
get his
I'm gonna mute
minutes,
myself.
y'all. Let Phil Foden get his minutes.
Can I actually ask Vader a serious question? What did you have to think about what I said about some of the things that I feel like Pep has gotten wrong?
And what did you think about what I had to say as well?
Yeah, and myself too about the future.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be fucking serious.
In what I know.
You know what? To be honest with you, I don't listen to what you guys have to say when it comes down to Manchester City.
Wow.
I really don't. You guys are clowns when it's about my club. You guys seem to look at your club in such a different way to how you actually look at Manchester City.
Hell no.
It's hilarious. Now, I'm gonna say this.
That's crazy. That's a crazy.
To be a Pep would have Pep. I mean, I had
like
dust in my eye
what
today.
had he seen out there that was that bad? Like what was he looking
I
at?
had dust in my eye today.
Yo.
KDB saying bye.
This is what 20 minutes of Foden ball does to a man.
No, that has nothing to do. We lost a great player. Not only Manchester City, but the Prem lost a great player in KDB, who's now
In Foden? Oh,
That's true.
very well. RSM, you better chill, man, because your guy better respond next season. Your guy better show up. I'm gonna say this with regards to a lot of things being said. I defend Pep when it's time to defend Pep. I also point out when Pep has been wrong, but what I don't do, which some of you tend to often do because there's something wrong with you with your premature proclamations, is I give some time before I actually want to crash on a certain player or manager or tactics or game. I will not want to be some of you love to be I was the first to say this. I've been saying this from so-and-so.
I was the first one to say pass.
All right? So
That is true.
That is true.
There's literal proof of it.
I like how he just
9
proved.
months ago.
Steve
Yeah,
just
and I
proved
was the
Vader
first.
right.
I was literally the first one to say
Right.
that Pep was bold. So hey.
well, if your manager isn't bald or graying, I don't trust him. When it comes down to Pep, he is the greatest manager. Not debatable, which Ahmed tried to do, or arguably the greatest manager. He is that guy because of the teams that he's produced, that he's created. Manchester City for one. Everybody loves to praise Chelsea and Jose's year when he won the league and he had 15 goals conceded. Well, we did the opposite of that. We won the league and we did a madness with regards to goal scoring. That's always going to be Pep's philosophy. Imagine if Pep was a madman and looked at football defensively the way he does in attack. Then you guys would really be complaining about the state of football and robots and systems. This is a manager that actually tries to get the game the way we all love playing it.
He took the most beautiful part of the game and made it robotic. Facts.
No.
Agreed.
Well, you can claim your facts, but I'll also claim when you get the managers that want to be super defensive and they've made that systematic, then you're going to have a cause and effect. You're going to have a cause and effect in terms of robots. When guys are just defending the 18-yard box, and that's all they're going to do with regards to counterplay. You could do that. That's all fine.
Arteta!
Possibly. I want this to be a season where, listen, I'm going to be calm. I'm going to take my punishment with regards to how poor we've played, and I'm going to move with it.
And you're going to blame the players.
I'm going to blame the manager and the players. There's been games where the players have let us down. We can't argue that. And some of you do. Well, the manager picked those players. What kind of silly, childlike logic is that?
Rhinus Michels blood in your hands.
What?
Rhinus Michels.
I was on mute for 20 minutes, and Ahmed can't let me speak for 3. This is crazy.
You're not getting pressed like you were on Never a Foul. Stop crying. Keep talking.
I was making a joke.
Is this your first time on stream with Ahmed, Vader?
No.
Sorry, mate. Just you know what I'm doing? I'm just mentioning guys that created total football. You know, Johan Cruyff, total football guy. Rhinus Michels, the father of total football. So I'm just blaming previous managers.
No, you're not. No, you're not going to blame.
On that last statement you just said, though, about like blaming the manager for picking the players. Surely you got to hold Pep to sound accountability for not playing a DM.
Marshall.
They only have one DM, Marshall. That's the problem.
No, hold on, Marshall. If this was a game where I was under attacking threat, I would get you. I would understand that because you mentioned a DM. If I was under attacking threat like that, I'd be like, Pep, what are you doing? We're vulnerable. Where's the defensive midfielder? But they pose no attacking.
Hey, she only want to jail me. She only want to jail me because
they respect the mute.
Respect
the mute, man.
Jail you,
yeah, he's got to mute.
You
got to go to mute. Yeah.
Go ahead, Vader.
If Marshall, like talking football, if we were under a lot of attacking threat and there were tons of counters and tons of transition, I'd be like, Pep, what are you doing? But
you don't think Crystal?
But we suffered that goal.
This man sounds like Ruben Diaz. Why don't teams worse than ours who spent less money not play ball against us? What are we doing here, man?
Who's doing that?
You thought Crystal?
What do you think Crystal Palace was meant to do there? Try to go toe to toe.
RSM, sometimes you come across intelligent. Right now, fall back.
God,
that's literally just an insult. That's not even a joke. That's just an insult.
No.
That was straight up just an insult, bro. That's so crazy. That was crazy.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Always. No. Sometimes you do. Always you come across like a brilliant footballer. What I want to emphasize, which Marshall asked the question, why didn't he play a DM? I'm not telling them to change their style of play. I'm not crying like Ruben Diaz with what you're trying to gaslight or tell me that I'm saying. I mentioned none of that. I'm saying that a DM wasn't needed with how they played us.
So if Rodri was fit, he wouldn't.
If a Ballon d'Or was, now you're going to go extremes. If a Ballon d'Or player,
going extremes, but you're telling me a DM wasn't necessary.
Yeah, true. That's a good question, though. That is,
yeah. And I'm just hitting you with your own logic, Vader, because I want to.
It's not my own logic.
Rodri was fit, you wouldn't play him.
It's not my own logic, because if Rodri was available, if Rodri, a Ballon d'Or player, was available, yes, we're going to play him, but we're probably dropping someone else, right? And Rodri wouldn't be asked to play the 6th role. He'd probably be doing something similar to what Pep asked Bernardo Silva to do. That's the point I'm trying to make. So it's more of a skill set than it is the player, right? They pose no attacking threat. They caught us on one counter. In my opinion, you could disagree. You could disagree. If you want to say a DM stops that one opportunity that they have, sure, that's up to you. But that we surrendered that goal because Akanji was a step late, and it was a brilliant goal. The rest of the game was us trying to break them down, and us trying to. Well, we generated like 20 shots. I think 8 on target. Was us trying to create enough offense, enough attack, which we didn't have against them. And RSM said it. I think you guys were trying to do your whole bingo thing. Henderson did have a brilliant game, absolutely. If it's a different keeper, if it's a keeper that maybe gets sent off, I'm gonna do the Arsenal thing. If it's a keeper that kind of gets sent off, then maybe it's a different story.
Arsenal has not had a keeper get sent off. What are you talking about?
No, Arsenal
He means the red
talk
card.
about-
Like if the game didn't have a red card, it would have gone different.
Wait, Vader, you said Ederson. You mean Henderson?
There's so many better
Henderson,
examples.
Henderson.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Henderson.
Okay. Henderson
So-
had a brilliant game.
He had a tremendous game. I think he was man in the match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Me questioning Pep, it's here and there. It's situational based. It's not just a blanketed statement throughout the entire season. Me early in the season talking about some players that have cost us, as brilliant as Nunes was, and you guys don't want to talk about the Bournemouth game, but as brilliant as Nunes has been at games, he's also cost me games. Sheik has had tremendous giggles and smiles because of the win that he got against me because of Nunes's mistakes, right? So that's when there's times I can take both
Giggles and
into account.
smiles is crazy.
What?
Giggles
you
and
haven't seen Sheik giggle and smile.
Well, I haven't giggled and smiled since.
Wait, whoa, that's great. I don't even know what that was
Giggles
meant,
and
man.
smiles
But
is actually wild.
yeah, but you know what, Veta, man? Listen, I think I'm not even gonna talk about the game. I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm not even done. I want to talk about the 200 million. Hold on.
Jacob looks like an album cover, by the way. I can't get over it. It literally looks like an album cover. He's like behind bars smoking.
It looks like
shit.
it looks
He
like that
like an
dog
album
is doing
cover.
something sus, dude.
You know what?
I'm
You
not
know what
gonna
he looks
lie.
like, man.
Slow
I
Dickie
feel, I
Dick's
feel,
album.
I feel like Jacob looks like those guys that got what's it called? That escaped the jail in New Orleans, man. You know what I mean? It was like he just running away from the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He looks like. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
what he
so
looks like.
Vader, Vader,
So-
do you?
I want to talk about the 200 million real quick
Mhm.
because funny enough, Chelsea fans want to bring up a lot of money.
I've not mentioned the money, by the way. So
No, you didn't mention it, but another Chelsea fan brought up the 200 million.
Just name names and shut up.
No, they know it is. When it comes down to the 200 million spent, and this is where Chelsea fans should relate best.
Mhm.
You don't. That 200 million wasn't spent for instant reaction. There were
Then why'd you buy him in January?
because if you buy them in January, you can prevent clubs that are also sniffing around to get them.
No, but
So-
that also makes you look desperate as well. At times
No, it
too.
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It does.
doesn't make us
Typically,
look
you buy
desperate.
players.
So were
in-
you guys
typically-
desperate? Were you guys desperate to go and get Euro when you went and got him?
We got him in the summer. We didn't get him in
Yeah,
January.
they got him in the summer.
So
We got him in
Okay,
the
so-
summer.
So
getting him
And yes, and
Yeah.
no, but I get what you're saying. And yes, we were desperate to get Dorgu. That's who we signed in
Dorgu, yeah,
January.
yeah.
We were
Mhm.
desperate to get him. We were. That's
Okay,
what I'm
we're
saying is
desperate
that
to
you
get
make
him
those
over.
type
And
of
guess
deals.
what happened, Sheik? You played Dorgu a lot.
We played Dorgu a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we did.
but the transfer window, the 200 million isn't all desperate spend. The desperate spend was Nico Gonzalez and Marmoush. We had no midfield defensive awareness to actually. We're doing plug and play with Kova and Gundogan and Bernardo. We actually needed someone. Nico Gonzalez, we needed that player. Marmoush, Holland fell through because of injury. We needed
And Foden.
coverage. We went and
Foden
got
was
that.
having the season he was having. Yeah.
Foden's had a poor season from the very beginning, but we went out and got them because obviously in the summer transfer window, we let Julian Alvarez go. So Marmoush is our replacement for that type of player. Now, with regards to the two young defensive players, the center backs, that's forward thinking. That's long-term planning, Chelsea fans. You guys know all about that. Let's get them early and let's get them prepared for future success. That's why we got a Kosanov. That's why we got a Victor Reis. And when Ahmed be like, "Oh, y'all got him way too early," we got him early now to vet them for later.
Okay,
Right?
so
But my question would be though.
Oh, you also got Juma Ba. You also got Juma Ba.
Juma Ba, yeah, but we didn't bring him in. We sent him
I
on loan.
liked him.
Yeah.
I've
But
liked
my
him.
problem with this take, if you don't mind me saying, is that okay? You got them. Why do you not do something quite simple and easy peasy, lemon squeezy? You buy them, but they come in the summer for you rather than coming in January. Why do you have to get them to come in January? All you can do, pre-contract agreement, pre-deal agreement, comes to effect at this date in the summer.
I mean, they use Kuzinov though. That's the
We
thing.
used
No.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean,
Barry was in
but the example I'm
he
giving,
literally played versus you guys.
wait,
and he played in the
because
Champions League.
you made
We
the
needed
point.
him.
No, but you did. So we're forgetting you went on a 1-12 run. You needed to have some sort of response at that time, which is why you went and bought players to change everything in that moment. Because you were going on 1-12 run, it could have gotten much worse than that too.
Yeah, but the
the reason why
that speaks that you were desperate. That's what I'm trying to say. That you were desperate to sign. Yes, you were. You needed to turn your season around. I think anybody who tries to sign in January, why are Arsenal fans complaining that they didn't get a striker in January so that they could try to push over?
No. But see,
it is desperate for them.
We've been complaining about that for 3 years, by the way.
Yeah, you've been complaining about it, but when you spend in Jan, it's not desperation. It's not. So it can be reactionary.
I get that, but your situation was desperation. Your situation was desperation. Why not? Okay, so if it wasn't that, why not wait until the summer where you could possibly even pay less, work out a better deal, keep talking to the player up until the summer, and work out a lesser deal rather than obviously paying how much ever you did pay. But that's it. It's one of those type of things where like you needed those players and you got them over the line, and that's. It was that.
Can I add to that?
So before you just
let me
go,
address the desperation thing. Let me just address this because I just want consistency. If I bought these players out of desperation and then one of you other rivals want to ask me why didn't I play them, which one is it? Because if I'm desperate, I'm playing them, right? If I'm desperate for these players, I'm playing them. So one of you want to say, "Oh, you bought them," but you're not even playing them, and some of you want to say, "I'm desperate." You bought them. So which one?
But then you can also argue that Pep just trusted the people that he had more currently at the club, his favorites, quote unquote favorites, over the people that you guys signed.
To an extent, I think Sheik is right. Like I think two things can be true, right? Like the only reason I'm ragging on City's window is because Chelsea have had similar windows, but they always get criticized for that. But when City does it, it's fine. So I just think like that's the part that annoys me. It's just like the different.
You haven't
views.
won as much as us. That's why.
No. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Like I get that, but it's like you guys had a similar window where you recruited future stars versus something that can fix you now. But Chelsea have been doing that, and they've been criticized a lot for it. We're trying to build a team. You guys already had a team built. I understand from your perspective, you need to rebuild. So the window, I understood it. It's fine. And to an extent, I think, and Vader, maybe you agree, I think Pep thought that, you know what, I can use a Marmouche, but with the team I have, I don't need much. I can recover the season with the players I have in hand. Just give me time.
Yes.
And he failed to an extent he didn't fail, but like he is essentially back in UCL, but he didn't recover the season as well as maybe others thought he could have with the late City runs and maybe being back in challenging.
No one thought
for the
we were
league
going to challenge for the league. Once we went on 1-13, no one thought that. That's why City fans were actually taking shots at TJ and other Arsenal fans with how close we were in the standings. Like we were never serious to challenge Liverpool, but we were taking shots at how close we were to second place, right? That
was more us drawing 14 than you guys not delivering. That was more us not delivering than you.
Hold that side.
Oh,
TJ.
my God. Give me a break, bro. Jailing.
You know, my thing, because the reason why are you putting me in jail? What's going on? Anyway,
it's a minute to shift. Quick line.
Ahmed's in charge.
No, like, listen, I'm in charge as usual. But listen, as I was saying, man, I think my problem with your argument there is that you made that point to us about our transfers. Oh, we're planning for the future and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But and that you obviously wanted. Those stuff is not going to come to you in the future, right? So my problem is, okay, if a bunch of those signings are like that, then why can you just not bring in guys that you maybe need temporarily on loan, and then those other signings could have just been pre-arranged transfers? That's what's confusing me.
Why?
Right?
Why complicate it? Because you're
me,
complicating it for us to either acquire these players, delay when they come over, and then also do loan deals with other players just for coverage.
It's not complicated though, because right now, let me explain to you why it's not over complicated right now. Because I don't know how many games a lot of the vast majority of these guys have played, barring Marmouche, but a vast majority of them have not played that many games.
Right.
It's not
right.
true.
So, barring Marmouche,
I think Kostanov has played 5 games. I think he's played 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, and again, that's out of 19 games and plus like FA Cup included and stuff like that, right? So
I'll
my
look it up,
issue,
but I think it's fine.
right? But if it's only 5 games for me, then I just look at that and let's look at all the other players you bought, and it's like, would it not be much better for them to just have finished their seasons? You then bring them in the summer because they've actually played games, gained more experience within that period of time, rather than just having played just 5 games for you.
I feel like, Ahmed, you're talking a lot in hindsight, because I genuinely think Pep
Classic
thought he could get something done with the players that he got in that window, and then he slowly realized, like, shit, no, they're not ready. Only Marmoush can probably give me something. Oh, Haaland's out. I guarantee you, if Haaland didn't get wait, hold on. If Haaland didn't get hurt, Marmoush probably doesn't play as much.
No,
it's very possible.
I think what you're saying is fair, Marshall. I think what you're saying is fair, Marshall. But the problem is, then, I know Kuzanov is not ready right now. I was saying that back in January.
Yeah, you were saying it in January. Okay, yeah.
And
no, I legit said that in January.
I believe you.
Right?
Yeah,
guys like Kuzanov, Victor Reese was a very young guy when I saw him. I didn't think he was good. A lot of these guys, you look at them, and I was like, I don't know if these guys are ready for you right now. Right?
Yeah, but okay. The only thing, Ahmad, and me and you both watched the league, so we can actually like comment on it. Remember, they bought Kusanov from a fucking Belarusian team, Energetic BDU Minsk, and he only played in the Belarusian league for I think only a year.
Exactly.
So for me, and for me, there are certain players that can just do that, step up, master it, step up, and then master that. So it's debatable if he's ready. I hear it. I think his best move would have been to go stay at Lens for another year or half season, but I don't think he's looked like a player that's been.
My thing is, bro, it's not about if he's looked like amazing or bad or whatever. I'm just Pep for some reason has looked at him, has played him only for around about 5 games, and he's making it a point that he feels that he's not ready for him to play.
Okay, let me say this real quick, and then we can move and talk more.
Mm-hmm.
Kosanov had we would all agree, horrible debut. Okay, that debut was horrible. When he
got
also
better as the game went on, but
yeah, absolutely. I will never
minutes,
define him by the debut. I know there's a player there.
Y'all won that game, right?
Yeah, 3-1, right? Wasn't it 3-1? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was 3-1. Yeah.
But what I want to emphasize is he got another start, and he almost cost us 2 own goals. So it's not so much that Pep doesn't believe that there's a player that can serve us. It's like, you know what? We're trying to do a little bit of Band-Aid. When Sheik wants to say it was a desperation, obviously we're trying to salvage the season.
But also, I don't say that in a bad way though. Like I'm saying that's kind of the situation that you were in. Also, don't forget how your summer window went. You barely signed anyone. So at that moment, you needed to. It's like we were all complaining that, and you were saying that as well, that you needed to have a summer transfer window. And just going back to Marshall's point, it's in the summer as well. I think Pep felt that he could get, maybe with this team, they could continue to challenge with the squad that they had in the summer itself, which is maybe why they didn't go out and buy whoever they did. But then he realized when you went on that 1-12 run, he realized that he was wrong. And then it was not necessarily saying it was panic settings, but when I say desperation in that aspect, I'm saying that he realized that he needed to get some players in and he needed to try to turn that season around from that point onwards. Because 1-12, you were on that part. It could have been as bad as you could have potentially dropped out of the top 4 races too. It could have gone worse.
What I'm going to do, everybody in the chat, those that are following on American Waffle, what I'm going to do a better job of next season is I'm going to speak on the mindset of your managers. I'm going to do your manager thought this and did this. Your manager thought they
to be fair, you do that all the time to Arteta.
You do that all the time.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
If I recall correctly, I've even heard some psychoanalyzing from Vader at times on our team.
Yeah, like the amount of I got.
You do love analysis, bro.
And the fact that you're trying to gaslight me into thinking that I'm lucky to still have him as my manager half the time for half the freaking season. TJ, where would you be without Arteta?
Okay, that's a. I'm posing the question. I'm asking you, TJ. Where would
No,
you be without Arteta?
I'm
not-
asking questions.
You're saying I'm gonna break down psychologically every single manager that you guys have. You've been doing it for Arteta since I've known you.
No, I haven't. What I do?
Yes,
No,
you
hold
have.
on. No, you're gas.
Hashtag
No,
exposed.
everybody in the chat.
No.
No, this is what I
No.
do. No, this is what I do. I let you, and again, I let all of you speak. I let all of you speak with what your perspective is on said manager. And I pose the question. I'm like, but what about this? What about your manager taking this approach? What if your board were doing this? What if your manager was doing this? That's what I do. What she just said.
BBL Tata.
What she just did was tell me what my manager was trying to do at the start of the season, what my manager then did mid-season, and why he possibly or didn't play certain players. I want to say this. I think that we obviously didn't sign what we needed to do to be able to continue to challenge. I think from a club standpoint, if we looked over our shoulders, rear view mirrors, side mirrors, and said, you know what, Liverpool haven't bought anybody. Arsenal, what did Arsenal bring in? Calafiori and who else did you bring in?
How does this work?
Steve got brought into the jail.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going to make some tacos.
Hey, you can't
No, you
leave.
gotta serve your time.
You gotta serve your time.
Yeah, the timer doesn't start if you leave. The timer does not start if you leave.
All right, fine. You know what, bro? I'm sorry.
It's a hard life, Steve. It's a hard life.
It's
Respect the mute.
It's a hard knock
Respect
life.
It's a
for Steve.
hard life.
This fucking
Wow.
guy, man. Whatever.
But what I
Where'd he go?
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Okay.
The thing that I want to point out is I think the club looked at the landscape and said Liverpool really didn't do much. Arsenal really didn't do much. Let's run it back, City. Let's run it back as is. We brought in Savinho. We brought Gundogan. Let's see if we can run it back. Obviously, losing a Ballon d'Or player, which Marshall hated when I was talking at the time, Player FC. When we lost that player, a lot of things got derailed because the consistency on how we want to play with certain players getting injured was a problem. The panic buy that we did in Jan with regards to the defensive players, I think a little bit was a Band-Aid fix. Ruben Diaz was in and out. The man's got no legs. He's got to figure out a right balance on how to deal with his personal life and his football life. With regards to Akanji, Ake, and Stones, those guys have been missing here or there throughout the entire season. The two young center backs that were purchased, I think, was try to give a little coverage.
Vader.
Not necessarily what?
Vader, you're talking about Phil Foden's personal life. You know it as well. Oh, my bad. Never mind. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go back on mute, you bum. Now,
What the hell just happened?
That's
hell no! Talk to me about Phil Foden's personal life. How about that? Motherfucker outnumbered by mini Fodens. You know what that's like.
He was this close to going back on mute, and then he had to call him a bum. Way to go.
No, he said no. It's because he told me to go back on mute. As I was doing, I was like, "Oh hell no!"
Listen, I'll talk about Phil Foden later.
Oh, Steve. Oh God. Oh, Steve got his bail.
Can I ask Vito a question? This is gonna be
Yeah, Steve will pick when he gets back. And this is the last question because we got to talk about Europa. Question.
Vito, are you listen, I know the transfer window's still a little bit it's only just open.
Yeah.
Obviously, let's look like worse ain't happening. Which listen, again, he's a tough target. I'm not gonna criticize you for that.
Very expensive.
Very expensive, I mean, I'm surprised expensive and shake is in the same word, but it is what it is. But I am looking at some of the potential signings that are coming to your club, and I'm just like,
I turned away from the price tag for Rice, right?
Yeah. Listen, I'm just talking about in general though. I'm just looking at the guys that you could potentially be signing, and I'm just like, are you not worried about that? Because it feels like for a City level, it does feel like it's a step up.
What was the last flashy name that
I'm not going to talk like for me.
No,
it's
City
not even
level. What was the
about-
last City level player you'd say I went out and got?
I would say Marmouche.
I think Marmouche is
Okay.
probably, yeah.
Which I got in desperation, right, Sheik? Before that.
Dude, I mean, you kind of did. because Haaland was injured.
Did you
Where
not?
are you going to play? Take away Marmouche's goals. Where are you guys in the league right now? Take away his goals.
But someone else would
Conference League.
Someone else.
Exactly. So that's
So wait. Someone else would have stepped up. So who stepped up in the 1-12 run?
stepped up. Phil Foden wasn't stepping up. Who would have stepped up?
I didn't say Vader. It wasn't me.
take away Bruno's goals, right? Someone
No, we're not talking about Bruno. We're talking about Marmoush.
I know
Forget about Bruno.
It
Don't talk about Bruno.
your own team.
It doesn't
But
hurt
what I
to talk
wanna-
about that.
someone-
I'm just saying. Man
Steve,
City topic. That's all
you
I'm
get
saying.
to choose. You get to choose. You get to choose.
And
I'm
again,
gonna
answer my
Vader,
question, please.
Vader,
I'm
you're
moving-
thinking that I'm saying that you were desperate, like it's offensive. I'm not saying it in an offensive way. Like it's
I just mentioned it,
how
and I
teams
wasn't being
go
defensive
in
either.
January.
I just said no.
Like I mentioned that our team was desperate too. Our manager was desperate too. Our club was desperate too. When we only signed Dorgu in January, we needed a left wing back. We needed a player, and that's what we did.
Yeah, but what I'm
Forward.
saying is, I went out and got a player of City's level out of desperation. Like it was more of a fact thing, not I'm trying to one up you. But before Marmoush, I think Ahmed would probably go and say the last City player I got was the summer of Holland and Alvarez.
Probably, yeah. I'd probably say that.
All right.
And that's a while.
Yeah, and that's a while. But before the Holland and Alvarez, it would probably be another while because I don't think any of you guys would have said Jack Grealish was of City level.
I think he was.
Yeah, he was.
Bro.
What are you
100
talking
mil.
about?
Yeah, I think going to City. Yeah,
We're not
100
spend,
mil and he
Marshall.
wasn't City
It's
level?
not
This
just to
is
spend. It's not
wild,
just
bro.
to spend.
What do you mean?
I
He
don't
was
care about
City
the spend.
level. He
I
was.
really listen. People don't. I was a big fan.
Everyone
of
wanted
Grealish,
Jack
bro.
Grealish.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
a quality
we were
player.
linked. We wanted Jack
okay.
Grealish.
Okay,
United
so-
did. We were linked with him.
All
Hold
right, so
on, before we
like
go,
it.
Steve, you got to choose who goes to jail. We got to respect the super chat. Steve out. He gets to pick when he gets back. When he answers my question.
Fucking. You know what? I'll go Ahmad. Fuck it.
Good. You got to put the criminals in jail. That's
I
fine.
would've
And
said
yeah, and then he says,
Is it a color thing?
what's
Is
Bayern's
it a belly color thing?
what's Bayern's chance for the Club World Cup?
Like 4th or 5th favorites until if we get in a really good center back and a really good midfielder and a really good winger, then okay, fine. Then it'll go up. But as of right now, like 4th or 5th favorites.
Okay, cool. Thanks for answering that question. We are going to move on from this because Vader's getting pressed like a cheap suit, and we have to move on. Like this could be another 2-hour long thing, and Vader's gonna lawyer his way out of it. So yeah. Anyway, we gotta talk about this. Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United in Bilbao tomorrow. All right, Jacob. You were nice enough to join us from your caverns at work. Why don't you lead us off?
Can I also say I like Jacob's rebrand? I saw that.
Yeah,
on
the rebrand.
Yeah,
The rebrand.
that is
The
very
rebrand
nice.
is sick, mostly because it doesn't have any Spurs shit on it.
Wait, what rebrand?
Connor shared all this graphic shit that he did for your
Yeah,
channel.
your channel
Yeah.
rebrand.
Yeah.
Man, fuck Connor. I was wondering,
Man
I was like,
doesn't know how
TJ, how did
surprises
you get that?
work.
How did TJ get that photo? What the fuck? That son of a bitch.
It's real though, right? Right, Jacob? That's real.
Did we just
Yeah.
reveal it? We just
Yeah,
revealed
you
it on
did.
Jim
Yeah. I was like,
No,
trying
but
to,
this is the hype. That'll build the hype. That no one else has seen it. That'll just build the hype. Wait, are you launching the rebrand pre or post match result?
I mean, if I told you how the damn chili was made, you won't eat it. You know what I mean?
No, when are you gonna serve the chili is what I'm asking. Don't tell me how you made it. When are you gonna be serving it?
Shit, when it's ready.
Oh my
That's
God.
when. You know, when it's ready. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, here we go.
Talk about your club.
Your club.
Hey, first of all, let me just say this. Glory, Tottenham Hotspurs.
Come
All right, first
on,
off.
you Spurs.
And then secondly, oh, win the Spurs. Go marching in. Oh, win the Spurs. Go marching in. Fuck you, Sheik. Fuck you, Steffi. Fuck every single United fan that I know. Hey. Oh, win the Spurs. Go marching in. We having sex with Manchester United.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Sex.
You know what my
This
favorite
this
song
this, this is chic right now, bro.
I've been a Spurs fan for 20 long years, seen my share of triumphs and buckets of tears. But This year's taking it one step too far. I'm wondering if we'll ever win another spar. Hey, hey, what's going on? We can't seem to.
You know what I just realized? I just realized that Ahmed is in the background of that fucking video. Just
First of all, Sunshine was supposed to be here. She can't keep jailing me when she's on the fucking thumbnail.
Hold that. Hold that. Thank you, Sunshine.
Hey.
Wow.
Love me some Ainge Postecoglou. Oh, hey. Tottenham Hotspur.
You know what's really funny?
Respect the mute, man.
I look, all these songs and stuff. I get it. It's because like they're excited. They don't go to finals like that anyways. So it's like they're excited.
It's their day out. It's their day out, man. It's their day out.
Yeah, it's day out. Like
It's an
exactly.
excuse to go to Spain. Really.
It's an excuse to go to Spain, all of that type of stuff. But listen, man, we're gonna do what we do best in finals, and we're gonna get over the line, and we're gonna win that. We're gonna win that Europa League, man, unbeaten.
Probably.
We're gonna finish that competition unbeaten. I don't know how, to be honest, how we've done it, how we've pulled it off, but we're gonna do it. And Spurs, like they've beaten us 3-0 like 3 times this season. I get it, all that type of stuff, but it would be the most Spurs thing to lose to us, to that team that you have beaten 3 times this year in a final. And that's really just what it's gonna be, to be honest. So hey, listen, enjoy this moment, sing all the chants that you want, and yeah, man. The rest is going to be history. And plus, Ange, like he said, regardless of what happens, he wants to be here. So at least there's still some light at the end of the tunnel, right?
And he also said, I'm not a clown.
I am not
Dude,
a clown.
Jacob went from
I am not a clown.
in Potch to
I'm not a clown.
With Ange. I'm just saying, man, this is insane. This is insane.
It's not a good look, man.
You're going in, my friend. It's like, oh man, you know how to pick them, bro. You really do. You really do.
But yeah, on a serious thing, like if I'm being completely honest, in terms of tactics and all that type of stuff, there's nothing that suggests that we'll probably win this.
Free me!
It's literally.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the jail cell seek. Yeah, motherfucker. Hell yeah, Tottenham, baby. That's what the fuck I'm on. It's the year of the bird. More importantly, the year of the cockerel. All right? And thirdly.
It's going to get wild. It's fine.
Thirdly. TJ, you fucking bum. Fourthly.
Wow.
You're such a. Yeah, you know exactly. Loser. That's what you did. You ain't fucking, broken the loser is. But look, in regards to the game, in all honesty, I'm nervous just because I've never seen Tottenham lift a trophy that wasn't a preseason trophy, so I'm a little nervous.
The Audi Cup.
But I know RSM likes to talk his shit, and I wish his ass was in jail right now because he's gonna say some stupid shit. But this is what Tottenham have done. We were the first ones to do it. It's time to get back to it. You know what I mean? Only way to it is to get through it, and we're getting through the Europa. Unfortunately, Premier League just hasn't really matched for whatever reason or another. We don't have to get into. But look, you can say I'm not a clown. You can say, I'm no clown, mate. It doesn't fucking matter come tomorrow. This ain't no goddamn circus. This ain't no Steve Cooper fucking drag show, Marshall. All right? This is goddamn Tottenham Hotspur. This is goddamn Ainge Postecoglou.
Hold up. If there is one thing that is guaranteed tomorrow, it is clown tomfoolery tomorrow. You're not about to guarantee me a quality final. This shit is going to be peak because both teams are bad.
It's going to be anti-football, bro. It's going to be the worst.
No, this isn't going to be Arteta trying to survive in whatever.
This will be the final to end all finals in the sense that nobody will ever want to watch a final again after what we're going to have to watch tomorrow. Like
it's going to be
bad, bro.
That because y'all aren't going to want to see me. You ain't going to want to see me. I'm going to go to New Jersey and I'm going to get the gabagool and I'm going to fuck you up, Marshall.
Why does he think New Jersey is just Italians, bro? It's not a Italians.
He's watched too much. He's watched too much Sopranos.
I think for me, Spurs.
I woke up this morning and I got some gabagool. New York Knicks are winning. Everybody's friendly.
He watches
Fucking
The
weirdos.
Sopranos
Dude, he
Fucking
watched
dumb.
Sopranos.
Dirty ass
once. Once.
Listen, I think
And didn't
yeah,
understand.
I'm rewatching it a second time, Marshall.
Oh my god. What the
Bro, this.
Nah, you know what,
Yeah.
man?
Look,
I'm
I'm
go-
gonna tell you this. No, you don't. You know what, Ahmed? You know what? This is Ainge Chester. This is Ainge Chester. Bilbao might be
Ainge
turned
Chester
into fucking
is killing
Ainge
me,
pasta
bro.
Bilbao. Ainge pasta Bilbao in that ass. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? We're taking a big old bite out of that cheek.
What?
We're gonna fucking chew on that shit like a whole shoe, and we a dirty dog. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't getting this leather out my mouth, bitch. You ain't. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that was
Ainge Chester. It's been that. Vader knows. I know he's on his fucking AI loop right now, but either way, he knows what it is. Ainge Chester City, Ainge Chester United. That's what he does. He don't win versus fucking nobody else but Manchester. So fuck Manchester. It is Ainge's town. We're in Spain. And guess what? You about to be in pain, bitch. Because it's Ainge Postecoglou time. It's Ainge Europa Postecoglou. That's what the fuck I'm on. Sonny to hit the game.
I just want to make
Talk
it
to
clear.
me. Talk to me. Sonny for the game winner. Talk to me.
Sheik, you get to choose, bro.
Cheek, lock it up, Jacob, man.
I'm not a clan.
Sheik, you're muted. Sheik, you're muted, bro. You're muted.
You're muted, brother.
Did
My bad, my
you tell
bad.
me, you little dick?
Jacob said talk to me. I can't because sorry, you gotta go to the jail, bro.
Damn.
I'm
I
sorry.
just
But
want
yeah.
to listen. About Jacob's point a little bit, I do think, yeah, if they add a bit more, well, if they had Basuma, Sarr, and Bentancur in that midfield, that's a bit more energy. There's a bit more youthfulness in that midfield. If I mean,
Bit more
Addison.
hype.
Bit
more hype.
bit more pace.
Bit more hype.
pace. Yeah,
But
I
zero,
actually-
zero creativity though. They
I don't
have any
think,
creative players on the pitch.
but for me, I just
We're gonna be see, and hold up, and we're gonna be seeing
For me,
creativity from United. Give it up, bro. I already told you this final's about to be trash.
For me-
Hey, you'll see at least some sort of creativity from Bruno. One of those hoof balls will hit. Like one of them will.
That's
No,
creativity.
one of them will.
Sorry,
Hey,
man.
one of them will.
My
I
man,
do
my man
think-
said, "Listen, I only shoot the half court, but it's gonna hit one."
It's gonna hit. Hey, listen, man. You
Yeah,
take
we're gonna get-
99.
we're
One
gonna
of them's probably gonna hit.
We're gonna
So,
get
it
our
is what
son
it is.
last dance. I think we're gonna get our son last dance. You know what I mean?
Why does this man have a bucket, bro?
We're gonna get
All
our
right,
son.
here's a.
I'm telling you, this game for us, in terms of us winning, has a Casemiro goal, and it has like an Ahmad goal at the end written all
It's
over it,
for-
or a
it's
Bruno
gonna be
penalty.
It's gonna be
Or
Bruno.
a Bruno penalty.
It's
A
gonna
Bruno
be
pen? Bruno Pen, that sounds money.
That leans in my question, Sheik. I
Yeah.
want everybody to give me one thing that they guarantee is gonna happen. I'll
That's a
start.
good.
Ooh,
Go for
Europa
it.
bingo.
Go
Oh,
for
it's
it.
I'll
easy.
start.
All right,
I
Europa
will
bingo.
go with both teams will score. Yeah, both teams will score. Which is
Ahmed, will you take a break from playing 3DS and
okay.
give a
He's not
prediction?
even hiding it. That's
Dude, no,
Sorry,
he's
sorry.
he's
No.
Shameless,
literally-
bro.
literally
Shameless.
so
Don't say
shameless.
sorry. Don't say sorry. You're lying.
Oh, I like
I
this.
am sorry.
Dude isn't sorry. It's fine.
Listen, no, I had to like make a save quickly because I thought my DS was dying. But on a serious note, I think for me, you know what? I'm gonna say Son scores. I think Son's gonna score the winner.
The winner. So you think Spurs are gonna win and Son?
Listen.
Son scores the game-winning goal.
Chelsea. Listen. As a Chelsea fan, I don't want Spurs to win, but I just feel like this year is the year of the underdog, and I just think
It
this is
really
gonna be
is,
them. Yeah, and
So
you know.
Betis should win as well then. If it's
No,
the year of the
if-
underdog.
No, but the thing is, I feel like Betis aren't the underdogs against Chelsea. I think the problem is with us, man. You've been playing so poor. They've been playing so well. I feel like they will probably be the favourites over us.
Fair.
Anyways, bypassing that. You guys are being way too serious, bro. I'm penciling in 3 Hoyland failed ball controls. I'm looking at 1 Onana howler. You feel me? I'm looking at Udogi touching earth once minimum during the match. You feel me? Because he got cooked. Let me see what else, bro. Give me Give me a. Give me Basuma.
Open.
Give me Basuma. Give me a Basuma yellow leading to a free kick goal. Give me
Garnacho clear cut.
Give me you know what? Give me Ugarte trying to play with the ball at his feet, losing it, leading to a Spurs goal.
Garnacho missing 3 overlaps.
Garnacho big chances missed. Yup, that's money too.
Garnacho big chances.
Garnacho doing the Mudrik tribute. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. You guys are being way too serious with this. It will be tomfoolery. People will be like, I'm looking at failed ball controls. I'm looking at failed passes, big chances missed, howlers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at. This is the parlays I will be making for tomorrow's game.
He's not wrong.
No, hold up. I never said it was gonna be. I never said it was not gonna be entertaining. It is going to be maybe the most entertaining final we might see. It's not gonna be good though.
Yeah, if you want to watch 2 people. Never mind. I was gonna make a really bad comment there. I was about to get.
No, that's what I'm saying. It is going to be entertaining. It's just not gonna be good football.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know what? Why am I feeling a Maguire goal, bro?
I'm just saying.
I'm feeling Maguire goal though. Like,
dude. Goal. Hey, Cuti Romero controversial foul.
Dude, I'm thinking so I'm thinking 2-1. I'm thinking 2-1. 2-1 Man United. Pedro Porro gets a goal.
Porro mistake.
I love
how
I
against us. He does.
I think he's gonna. I think Pedro Porro is gonna score. I think Pedro Porro is gonna score, and then but Bruno Fernandes gets the brace. Like,
to be honest, can you just be honest about Bruno for a second? Bruno was in a final of Europa League and they lost to him. So what do you think is gonna change now?
Oh yeah. That's the penalty shootout that went for forever.
And you know
in big games, Bruno shows up.
And he probably was in better form.
Did you watch the game?
And he was in much better form than he
watched the game. Ahmed, just answer this. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I saw the hair miss. I saw the hair miss a pen.
And you also probably saw that we made our first substitution in the 100th minute after it went 1-1 in extra time.
I mean,
Oli brought on our first substitution. That's Oli ball right there. So.
Yeah, I mean, what's the difference between Oli Ball's more successful than Amram?
Yeah, I was gonna say you want
Amram's only been here
for.
Well, if Amram wins the Europa League tomorrow, then that just is not true because Oli didn't win a trophy for 5 years.
Yeah, but we're talking about the here and now. The here and now as of right now, Oli's more successful than Amram.
No, they're both. No, they're just both unsuccessful.
Yeah, they're both just having one trophy so far. Like
no, they're not one trophies, but one's taking you farther than the other. So yes.
Okay. Took us
then
to
wait.
And my Arsenal Football Club took us better than the others. Like that's crazy.
Oli was so successful. Why didn't they fucking keep him?
You know, because United fans, they don't understand.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
You know what I mean? That's all it is, man.
That's
you take
all
things for granted.
Oli was a bum, man. I ain't talking about Oli. Great player, legend of our club, but bum manager.
If you don't win a trophy tomorrow, I think you might want to take.
Actually, that's the other thing that
we talked about. Warrior J, we talked about this backstage before the show, but go ahead, Steve. Yeah, go ahead.
I think this goes to Pens.
You think it goes to Pens?
I think it goes to Pens.
If it goes to Pens,
I agree.
Win.
No, you know what? Because I'm going 2-2 full time, 3-3 OT, and Pens. That's what I want to see.
But RSM, you just said it's gonna be a dead game, and you're saying 2-2.
No. Why is everybody saying a dead game? I'm saying in terms of quality, it's gonna be trash. We're not gonna see good football. However, it will be entertaining. Sheik, people literally go on YouTube to watch 2 idiots throw stuff at each other. What I'm telling, and it's entertaining, bro. It will be entertaining. It's not gonna be good football. 3-3 full time, 60 big chances missed, 70 missed ball controls. You feel me? And it goes to Pens.
If it goes to Pens, it favors Spurs.
It only favors Spurs because of Onana, bro. It's only because of Onana, by the way.
I actually feel the opposite. Which, real quick,
I think United have the better penalty takes. Think about it. Maguire
won a penalty shootout. He won a penalty shootout this season too against Arsenal.
Steve is right. Yeah. I think United have better penalty takers.
I think it goes to Pens.
Our goalkeeper's a problem.
Kai Havertz can't score either.
I will say this though, y'all seem to forget what happens when Mateus de Ligt these nuts and Onana play against Spurs in Europe. All right,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Onana,
Yeah.
like the Onana
He's
thing
not
is
playing,
is
right?
actually true. Onana has not. I get to pick TJ or Vader.
Oh,
You know what?
Vader's
I'll
AI,
fix it
so what's the
already.
point?
Can I just pick someone else?
It's not even really Vader. It's like
yeah, just
fucking Santa Claus.
pick whatever
That's
you
AI.
want. Cheek.
Ahmed,
Just
go to
don't
the
sit in
jail.
his lap.
Sorry, Ahmed.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's
You can't-
good.
That's not true. You can't put me in that. You need to listen to what the CPAC tells you. You know?
Well,
It's
TJ
his
said I can pick whoever.
channel.
Respect the
You can't
mute.
do that. You can't. I'm not respecting the mute. I'm not.
Hey, respect the mute, bro. What is this?
He says
You
Sheik
pick
pick
one.
one.
TJ
Sheik pick
over
one. Then
Yeah.
says TJ Vader to jail
Oh, but-
next, but that's not how it works. Obviously, you got to
That's
put
not
another
how it works.
donation
So
for
Sheik
Vader.
I'm sorry,
picked
mate.
Ahmed. Sheik picked Ahmed. Ahmed, respect the mute. Go
Look,
back.
so
to
I
playing
said no
3DS,
problem.
whatever
He
the
said
fuck
no
you're doing.
problem. He said no problem. He said I can pick whoever I want. No problem. So, sorry.
So
Ahmed.
yeah, like I was
suck.
saying, Mateus delicked these nuts with Onana versus Spurs in Europe. It's one fucking conclusion. So I pray that Delict starts. I pray that Onana think that he's fucking midfielder and he's just hanging out at the touchline.
Yo, Managerial was at Ajax as well.
It just gets better. It
Delict's
just
not
gets
playing.
better.
Delict didn't travel. He's injured.
Mazraoui
He's not
is.
gonna play.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Mazraoui's
he's
been
there
one
in
of our better
spirit.
players.
I would hope he's there in spirit, you know, because
Mazraoui's
he really
actually
brings
been one of
that
our better
Lindelof.
players.
fucking Ajax, that fucking toilet cleaner ass. Yeah, motherfucker. I ain't playing with him. But look, I'm really excited. You know, it's a chance to redeem a very fucking awful season.
I don't know about redeem,
But I'll tell you
it does
this.
help you
I'll
out.
tell you this. You know how many years I've been like, oh, but we got top 4 and we didn't do shit else but a fucking Audi Cup or a fucking long arm stretch
Tiger
Armstrong fucking
Tiger
cup, Asia Cup, Tiger Cup, fill my cup, you know, whatever. We got all of it. A Cup, B Cup. Just I need them double D's, goddammit. And I'm talking about Europa tomorrow, double D's on a hump day. That's when you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Middle of the week. You need that little pick me up. You need that little, yeah. You're going to find it today. You're going to find it tomorrow. You're going to find it the rest of the week, especially you see my ass in London come Friday when that fucking parade's going around and Jacob's walking around fucking butt naked. Big ass, just showing the foot. Ain't just for you, mate.
goodness.
You're my fucking
my
governor. You're my, bro. I've been saying this to Spurs fans. This is a chance for all of us, because it's been a season of like Spurs fans saying "fuck you" and me saying "fuck you" to Spurs fans, and I'll still do it. Shit, don't get me twisted, but I think that it's just like to have in a season of such dross and misery, we actually have a chance to do something we haven't done in 40 something years. So that's a big deal for me. And you know, I think it just speaks to the fact that these players ain't really like deviated from believing in Ainge. He said in the beginning of the season, yeah, you can make that fucking face, Marshall, with your gabagoo ass, but I'm telling you right now, all these motherfuckers like, Ainge doesn't have the locker room, mate. He really got the locker room. And then these players coming out saying, Ainge is my father. I want him to lay with my mother while daddy watches. All right? But, oh, no, he lost the dressing room.
Hey, yo, man, that's
Hey,
crazy.
yo, bro.
It's not a yo.
I'm just saying that's crazy. That's
alpha
crazy.
maleism.
It is 100% AO, bro.
That's
You know what's not a
Um,
yo? When Youngman Dad, Youngman Hung hits that game winner and we don't go to extra time and all y'all bullshit ass
Damn it, bro.
dusty predictions get fucked by the wayside.
Okay.
I hope.
Well,
Hey, Jacob,
I just want to
hope I'm
reiterate: no
wrong.
matter what we win, because if Spurs win, then I get to watch the fan base crumble and argue about Ange even more. And if United win, then United scam another cup, and all is right in the football world. Really.
And with either scenario as well, you're still a fucking loser. So pretty great, huh?
Hey, I got second 3 years in a row. I'm the Buffalo Bills.
Well, since I've been watching
I-
Tottenham, they've reminded me of the Buffalo Bills. Because we get to finals. And then apparently that makes Poch successful Hey, I'm not the clown. You're not a fucking trophy-winning manager at Tottenham. As much as I love you,
Oh no. So
I'm not a
here's
clown, mate.
in your
It's fucking
opinion,
so to me.
in your opinion, Jacob, if Ange wins, is he a better manager for Spurs than Pochettino?
1 million fucking ducks getting murdered. Yes.
Save the Ducks, man.
Fuck the Ducks.
The Ducks did nothing wrong.
So yes, if he wins Europa, he's the most successful manager I've ever witnessed at Tottenham.
That's crazy.
And he also with a historically
21
our worst
L's.
Get me
season.
out of here, man. Get me out of here, mate.
21 L's, bro.
Robbie.
Hey, 21 L's, but if that one fucking W is a trophy, it's still more successful in
You're
your
right.
dusty ass.
You're right.
True.
You're right.
So,
It's true.
yeah, keep watching Euros. It's the only time your fucking players ever look like a player.
Dang.
What are you talking about? My players suck in the
Calafiori.
Euros.
Calafiori was okay.
Garbage. Calafiori didn't get out of the round of 16.
But he was okay. And I mean, Italy shit. Italy
He
football
didn't even
fucking
play. He didn't even
ass.
play for us.
Spaghetti fucking dust.
One of the worst off season. You could actually argue he was our worst off season signing.
But
So-
weren't Arsenal fans
Yeah.
talking about taking showers thinking about him and shit?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
I don't associate with those people. They keep calling him Sweet
the
Prince
hell?
and saying that he has aura and shit. I literally think,
Sweet Prince.
dude, I'm dead serious. I'm not fucking around. I'm not kidding. They
Well, listen,
only
man,
want him around
listen.
for aura and to fucking
I'm happy for
debut
them.
the fucking new tracksuits and shit.
I'm happy for them, man. I'm happy for them.
You're happy for who? Who are you happy
I'm happy
for?
for them. I'm happy for them, man.
My
That's
sweet
what
prince.
that's what they appreciate, man. That's what they appreciate, man. Can't hate on that.
Yeah, you know what? I really don't care. Like everybody calls the fan base zesty. Whatever. That's fine. Focus on fucking winning.
Yeah, man.
This
let
guy
them be
doesn't give.
themselves,
This guy
man.
doesn't give.
So-
This guy doesn't give a shit.
If you're like
This guy
Carl
doesn't give a
Anthony
shit.
Towns, no one cares if you can make it past the Western Conference Finals.
Oh
Exactly,
yeah, I
man.
do want. Yeah, Cube asked a good question.
Tell us how your fan base doing math right now to count up your points last season and compare this season. How did this come back to Arsenal? We already talked about Arsenal. We're moving on.
Because you dusty, and you're trying to position yourself like either way you win.
Dude,
Either
I
way
do
you
win.
lose.
I win no matter
lose.
what, bro.
True.
No, I win. I win
That is
because
true.
I get
Bro, keep
entertained.
adjusting that Colorado
I
Rockies
get
fucking hat. It don't change that y'all's fucking
In their
stadium
worst
over there
season, they
dusty as
still win more
fuck too.
trophies than you.
Dude, have you ever been to Coors Field, Jacob?
Yeah,
It's a beautiful
once
place.
when I was a
It's
kid
beautiful.
and there was like a
It's a beautiful
waterfall. I was
place.
like, what is this fucking bullshit?
Dude,
Why you got a waterfall? It's fake.
How
It's
dare
not
you.
You know
real.
what's crazy though? Like if Spurs
beautiful
do
place.
win, TJ, Spurs. If TJ, I mean, wow,
Coors Park, bro.
Spurs, TJ. If Spurs win, they'll have more European pedigree than you.
they already do technically. Is there a bunch of fucking bees in here? What the fuck is going on? Steve,
Oh man.
Either way, I win
Jail.
because I lost.
we love Palace.
Fuck
Steve,
yeah,
choose.
man. Yeah, shout out my side bitch, Crystal Palace. That was
That's
a
crazy.
great fucking yo.
Shout out, Christian.
Shout out my
I
sub
love
is
saying it's happening
crazy.
every fucking year. Well, no. All right, who's going to fucking jail? Yes, fucking oh mate.
This is truly the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, well.
Marshall's got some dumb look on his face. Send him
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Send his ass to jail.
about that.
Marshall,
There's
who
some
has
dumb
had-
look on his face.
Here, Marshall, try to. I saw Marshall.
I am not the clown.
Marshall,
I am not
Marshall
the
try to
clown.
play the soundboard. Here, I'll do it for you. There you go, Marshall. Fraud.
Then Marshall's getting drunk because
I
Poch got
was
sacked today.
celebrating Pochettino. And
Yeah. You know, it's Pochettino in the hood this day, man.
Oh, yeah,
No,
Pochettino
you're
Independence Day,
celebrating
man.
that fucking dentist bill. Steve Cooper
Pochettino
racking
Independence
up.
Day, man.
I get to watch. No. And here's the thing, TJ. How do you
Talk
win?
to me nicely,
First win,
TJ.
you have to talk to Jacob nicely all summer. Here's the thing.
I'll drive to the
I get-
cornfield, TJ.
Maybe my fan base will wake the fuck up once Tottenham win a European trophy and realize that we need to up the standards at my club.
That's the Cam school of thought, and I agree with him, yo.
No,
Yeah.
maybe that's been ever since Spurs made the final. That has been my posture. Maybe we'll wake the fuck up. Maybe.
Maybe.
Because United's gaming a cup that's literally like me paying taxes. Like, it's
Ooh,
gonna
been to like
happen.
10 finals in 10 years.
Yeah,
like that's
Doesn't
absolutely
bother-
crazy.
TJ,
It doesn't matter
bother
how
your
bad they
fan
are.
base.
It's just what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Pick up
Spurs
trophies
won-
along
That's
the way.
honestly one
Would
of
you
the
say,
things that I'm.
Sheik? Would you say it's who we are, mate? Is that would you potentially say?
It's who we are, mate. For real.
Well, I want to say this as well because I think that, like, for from a Tottenham perspective, you hear the way the managers are talking about this leading up to it. Amarim's like, if we win this, I don't give a fuck. We're still shit, and it's all shit. And Ainge is like, we have a chance to make history. This is something special, and I'm hoping that big ball energy gets transferred over to the players, and that lackadaisical feet up from Amarim. I hope that's the mentality that these fucking loser United players go with.
Do you know what it is, man? Do you know what it is? I think for me, United just need to lose for the culture, man. That's what.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
Culture, man. You know what I
Ruben
mean,
Amorim's
man?
gonna be like,
You know,
Ahmed said lose for the
he-
culture.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna throw this game away.
Let it be, man. Let it be, man. Because, like, you know, one of the things that really annoyed me is just, like, you know, there are a lot of, like, you know, United content creators who shall not be mentioned around here, you know, who are saying, oh, how's he not getting... No, it's not
Staffy?
Staffy. It's not Staffy. It's not Staffy. Don't worry. Well, it's not Staffy.
I'm gonna tell Staffy you talk shit.
Yeah, we telling Staffy to talk shit.
No, man, tell him. I don't care. No, but because no, but because it's not him. It's actually Culture Camps. Actually, that I was mentioning, but it is what it is. But you know, they were like, you know what I mean? You know, it's because they were like, you know, oh, how come no one's talking about the worst season finish by a top 6 side? You know, when it was us when we finished 12th. You know what I mean? And we barely scored over 40 points. United doing that, finishing 17th or 16th, whatever, under 40 points is the worst season by any top club, let alone the biggest club in England. So
It could change if we win it tomorrow. That's how we're not going to be the same.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, if that doesn't
It's not going to change, Sheik. It's not changing.
17th in the league, and we're about to be in Europe, Champions League, something you've been fighting for all year. So it is what it is, you know.
I mean, again, that's
same thing for Jacob too. Jacob could say the same thing.
And I win because I get to watch 2 of the
Jacob
worst
could say the
teams
same thing.
drown in the Champions League next season. Absolutely drown. It's going to be box office.
I mean,
entertainment.
there's only 1 year we haven't drowned in the Champions League, to be fair. So
yeah, that's true. Because that's a good point.
So it's like, I mean, that's normal. That's usually how you cope when we get top 4 over Arsenal. So
yeah, but you guys at least normally make it out of the group stage. You're not making it out of the league stage with that squad. There's no fucking way.
Well, TJ, it depends who they get though.
yeah, if we get the running y'all fucking had, we'd be all right. 55-year-old Ivan Perisic crossing you up like that. Come on,
they're in Steve. They are in 17th place.
Means nothing.
It means a lot. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, if we win, it means nothing. I mean, let me specify. Win that trophy. No, because in the summer, me and a lot of other Spurs fans were saying, I would take 17th in Europa League. I would take 12th in FA Cup. I'd take 10th in a Carabao Cup.
I heard Spurs fans saying.
trophy.
I heard Spurs fans saying I'd get relegated and win Europa.
I mean, in the championship, playing Champions League,
I am not
talk to me
fucking kidding
nicely.
you. Oh my god! All I know
That's what I'm saying.
is
I care less about qualifying for Champions League and more about seeing fucking armpits, and I need to see them pits. And I bet your son smells great.
Oh,
but
Dude,
okay, that's very interesting.
always.
That's very interesting. And what type of deodorant do you think he uses, Jacob? Just for reference.
Okay, we are not going to
Korean
start
brand.
talking about
Why does it
Heung-min
matter?
Son's
Ahmed?
deodorant.
Why does it matter?
Why doesn't
I think-
it matter? You know, Jacob
I
is
think Dove men's care. He like me for real.
It smells nice.
He
You know,
like-
listen,
just like me for.
You know,
Just like me for real.
yeah, man. Listen, you just want to smell nice, innit? As a gentleman, you feel nice for yourself.
Yeah,
person,
and that's the thing
and
is,
significant
I don't know.
Yeah,
that
so
Harry
for
Kane's
yourself,
armpits
why are you
smell.
caring why human son smells good or not? Like for yourself, I get that.
But like, I'm just taking tips, and I'm just taking tips to become the best like left winger, you know, in the league.
I want to ask the Europa League finalists one more question, and then we got to get out of here.
Man. Yep.
So you're not asking yourself a question. Got it.
No, I'm not.
Fair enough.
If you win, do you want to keep your manager for next season?
No.
When we win, yes.
I don't.
Sheik, massive W, bro. Massive W, Sheik.
Big up, Sheik.
Bro.
Big up, Sheik.
Yeah, I don't.
Big up, Sheik,
I don't
man.
want to keep
Sheik is too
Sheik
real,
knows
bro.
ball.
Sheik
knows
knows too much ball, bro.
Sheik is what's wrong with United fans.
Sheik is clear of Country FC.
Bro, he's trying to get you Gyökeres. Come on, man.
It's like
Gyökeres is coming to Arsenal.
It's just as simple as this, right? It's like I was in the same exact. I was so crazy because I was in the same exact situation last year. The only difference was that I was talking to Vader about a final rather than Jacob for an FA Cup final. Our whole season banked on it.
About that, VR. Any thoughts?
Yeah, like no, it's not even a shot to him. I was just saying like it was. I was talking to Vader about a final. Our whole season banked on it. Our whole season banked on it. But I wanted
go to that. What is that the little people world at Disneyland? It's a small world. You can talk to them. They ain't gonna talk back.
He left. Look what you did.
I removed him. He's been AI. He's been AI Vader for the last hour.
Oh
No,
my
but yeah,
god!
like,
I'm
basically-
sorry, it was too easy, man. It was too easy when he said that, bro.
Vader, any thoughts? Let's throw it over to
Any
him.
thoughts?
Oh,
dang.
Yeah,
Well,
but just quickly. Just quickly to explain why like I am manager out. It's as simple as this. I was in the same exact situation last year. I was sitting here saying that Ten Hag needed to be sacked for the terrible season. Yeah. The reality is that Ruben Amorim is done worse than him. We have Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa who has a better win percentage than him. We had Ralph Ragnick who was at my club for a couple of months who has a better win percentage than him. So it's like it's absolutely abysmal. One thing for sure. Like where I stand with Ruben Amorim right now is that what have you shown me? Or what have you shown our club and our fan base that we should back you, or that we should believe you, or that we should go into next season and be like, okay, Ruben Amorim can turn things around, because it's been absolutely terrible. 9 points in 5 months. And this team, if I asked all of you guys, this team is not a 16th to 17th place squad. It really isn't.
I agree with you. Yeah,
probably a 10th. It's probably a 10th or 11th. It's probably at most an 8th. It's probably at most an 8th with a miracle, but it's not a 16th to 17th place squad. So, I mean, I have to be true to myself, bro. It's not good enough. And I don't think he should be here. But along with him should go a majority of these players as well, because they are a big, big problem as well. Like, they are part of the reason of why he hasn't been performing well. But, yeah, he needs to go, man. Like, it is. I'm going to celebrate the win tomorrow if we do end up winning in the trophy and all of that. But he needs to
my question is, right, because this is the issue that I think I've come up with a lot of United fans with is, what have you seen from him that makes you want to invest? Most likely what's going to be major investments this summer that could shape the next 2 to 3 years of your squad.
Yeah, like who has in this, like, you know, all these months that he's been with us, what, 6 to 7 months, who can we say has improved as a player? The guy doesn't know his actual 11. He picks different players every single time. He hasn't shown us anything at all. I like the system that he plays. However, it's the personnel that he uses sometimes in that system. He gave, and I'll say this as well. I think Rashford should have left the club, and it was time for him to go because he's not good enough at this stage. However, that energy that he kept for Rashford, he didn't do the same thing for Garnacho. He dropped Garnacho, but then he allowed Garnacho to play 20 games without a goal. He allowed Rasmus Højlund to play 20 games without a goal. Cheeto, who we signed in January, who I get it, he's probably not like that, you know, familiar or not ready or all those type of things. But the league was done a long time ago. So why is it that you have to continue to play these guys? Build your system off of something. Play some of these youngsters and be like, okay, maybe some of these guys could be, you know, assets in our squad next year, and figure out who needs to be sold and who needs to be gone. He's been sitting here like trying to give Højlund time after time, thinking that there's a player there. I remember he came out in a press conference saying that Højlund had one of his best games
on him. That was y'all's big splash. Like, he's got to try and make. This is the thing. It's like I hear you and I agree with like the outlook, like the 10,000 foot view on it, right? Like the unsuccessful rate and like the yada yada. But I look at it from a guy who joined a United that was fucking broken, and he is like, sure, he hasn't come in and like completely glued it back together, but at the same time, like, he's got pressures as a manager that the board is looking at him like, we've invested in this player, show me that he's not good enough. And he's like, here you fucking go. Week after week, he's not good enough. And I think it's a matter of like gotta let him continue to stomp on it until you can help rebuild it.
But so shout out to Q because this comment is very, very important. Ineos told him that it was a now or never, right? So it's like they put him in a situation where he had a decision to make, right? However, I'm not a coach. I don't even really have to, know all these things to know this is a burning house. It's been burning for the longest time. He said it himself that a storm is going to arrive. We're going to go through a bad run of form, all of those type of things. So why is it that at the end of the day, he's in these 492 interviews that he's done, by the way, he's talking constantly about, culture needs to change. This needs to change. All that type of stuff needs to change. He was assuring us that, the storm's going to come, but things are going to get better. All of those type of things. So I'm just kind of like, all these things that I've said, it just doesn't indicate that I should trust you, Ruben Amorim. I thought that you could be that one person that I could trust. The way you came into our team and, you got a big figure like Marcus Rashford, because just besides obviously the football, he's, big PR, what he does for, outside football and stuff too, shirt selling, all of those type of things. Whether this was a thing of Ineos or not, I don't know, but he made a big decision by axing him completely from the team, right? So I was like, okay, if he started off like this, maybe I want to see this with some other
players. Was that something you wanted though?
I did because
he did something you wanted him to do, but he didn't do it.
That's just one player. But that's just one player. Okay, so
but he's been but that's the thing is like he was a cornerstone for your shift in the shittiness, right? Y'all gave him big bucks, and you ain't been good since, except for winning trophies and shit, which not a lot of TJ. Fuck you, you don't do either. But it's.
What do you say fuck me for?
But the problem energy towards the rest of the squad too, rather than starting them week in week out. He himself has said it. He will come out after a game and be like, Garnacho's not good in the final third. Hoyland struggles to keep the ball. He struggles to get chances in front of goal, but he continues to play them like that. That's my problem. That's the issue.
But who else should he play? A child?
No, but that's the thing, though. Like in our Premier League season, though, Jacob, and it's the same thing for you. Like our season's been done for a very, very long time. We were not even when Ruben Amorim joined. If we go back to some streams that I wasn't sitting there saying we can still salvage for top 4. We can still try to get top 6. No, I knew the season was going to be wrapped up because obviously a big managerial change at the time that they did make it, and the issue started off with them because they should have sacked the manager. He never should have started the season. Ten Hag is who I'm talking about. So it's like not everything entirely is on him. Like I'm not saying not everything entirely is on him, but however, you are at the forefront and you haven't simply managed. And I think that's the thing that he has struggled with, is that he hasn't simply done that job of managing. He's gotten under like a lot of massive pressure. You can just tell it from the things that he's been saying now. There was a report him saying that apparently he wanted to leave in January, but people at our club told him that he can't resign, or they convinced him not to resign. So from November to January, the pressure was so much that you wanted to resign. Like it's one of those type of things where it's like, again, it's like you said all these things and you were doing all these things. However, it just wasn't replicating in the lineups that you were putting out, performances for us, all of those type of things.
So if everyone has his shit, who's he supposed to play though?
Wait. Jacob, before you go.
So I'm saying, like Garnacho, who's the other guy?
Yeah, but no. So I want to actually make this point. I think for me, with Amorim,
make the point. Final point.
Yeah, I'll make the final point. I think Amorim had a similar thing to situation to Parr, right? When Parr came into Chelsea, he came into a team that was kind of destroyed. A lot of the players we had accepted, I'm sure Marshall would agree with me at the time, was trash. Same as the United team, a lot of the players we thought weren't good enough. The vast majority of them were not good enough, right? Barring some of the guys that had come in at the time, 1 or 2 that we wanted to keep. The rest of them were not good enough.
Chance of
right? Wait, no, I'm not talking about January yet, Marshall. That's separate. I'm talking about when he came in. When he came in, specifically, the guys that he had at the time. Remember, half the squad probably would have we wanted to leave at that point in time. The thing was for me, when Amorim realized, in my personal opinion, that a lot of these guys weren't good enough, he should have made it. There should have been an ample think of like, okay, you're not good enough. I value my system more than these players, and okay, I'll just play the academy kids. That is what I think for me, where he genuinely felt.
So he needs to be more like Ange Postecoglou. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah.
But it's still him acknowledging. It's still him acknowledging what I was basically saying.
You're telling me Ange Postecoglou, okay?
Yeah, but the point is, yeah,
I agree with
at
that
point.
I do.
Because for me, at that point, you know what I can say. You know what? At least he's sticking by his principles, yeah, and he's sticking by what's it called, yeah, his thing, and saying these guys aren't good enough for me, right? And then right? And it doesn't matter where you finish after that, because at least you said, yeah, that's my philosophy and that's my thing. The problem is he's been still trying to shoehorn in a bunch of these players to make stuff work, right? And that for me is the problem. If you still value these guys, still believe in these guys, there's no point of you then doing your philosophy, because you know these guys don't fit your philosophy. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it's really that, and it's like it's also like a little bit of the blame is on him. You knew how this was going to be. You knew how this season was going to turn out to be. Get it? It's fine. You could have look. I'll talk about Sporting real quick. Sporting, when Ruben Amorim left, they hired a manager. Forgot his name, but they sacked him after a couple of games because they were in a bad run of form. Yeah, exactly. And you'll know this, Steve. They got another manager, and now they won the league title. They've won the league title again. And it's like it's instant impact. What big manager? What manager like goes out there and tells you that, oh, like I need the best of, like I need my players, this and that. All
nah,
that
bro, you're just spoiled. You just used to getting you just used to mama's titty coming out at any fucking first little sign of it.
That is crazy.
That
is crazy.
Oh, you're trying to tell me that the original form of life is crazy?
No,
y'all are crazy. It is a miracle.
No, but the thing is, you do say that I'm spoiled, but you're going back like 10 years. Let's talk about just the last 3 years. We have, with this squad, that all the recruitment that they've done, we have constantly regressed every single season. The past 3 seasons, we have regressed. Like, I thought last season would be the worst. You asked me, I keep saying this, you asked me this same time last year, Sheik, you will be 16th in the league. I would have laughed at you. I would have been like, what are you talking about? And it's one of those things where it has happened. This is the reality, and it has happened. And I'm sorry, but the manager is at the forefront of all of this. He's at the front line of all of this. So I just don't like. Again, it goes simply down to this. I kept the same energy for Ten Hag, and I rightfully think he should have been gone. He should have been gone at the start of the season. Should have never started off this season. But I have to keep the same energy for this manager too, because he's done worse. He's actually done worse than him. So
this is why we can respect Sheik. This is why we can respect Sheik, because he has a standard and he holds to it. And it has nothing to do with being spoiled or not being spoiled. It's about having standards for your club, Jacob. Anyway, that's
so you're saying you don't respect Staffy then? No. You're saying you don't respect Staffy. Is that what we're saying?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly. Go ahead.
No, but see, okay. At the same time, though, look, Cunha, like the Cunha deal and all that, right? Like that's good. Like I think Cunha, like Warrior J just mentioned as well, that is a good place to start. I guess. I think. I mean, to be honest, we should have done this deal a long time ago, considering how our situation's been. For the past couple of months, like we should have done this deal. It should have already been done, but we have a lot more work to do, and we'll see, man. We'll see. He's gonna stay. I'll tell you this: regardless of whether we win or not, he's going to be here.
His saving grace is the fact that he hasn't gotten a window yet.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a window yet, and it's like I hear, and the people who are still Amorim into and are saying that he deserves a window, I hear it. I genuinely do. I'm not sitting here arguing and trying to cause a civil war and all of that type of stuff, because I know that all of us collectively agree on one thing, which is these players need to go first. These players have to go. They cannot spend another season here. They cannot be comfortable knowing that they'll just start week in, week out, can drop 0 out of 10 performances, and they're just going to get selected left and right. So that needs to change, and all that stuff needs to change. But I hear it from both sides. But for me, it's just like, it's not good enough, guys. Like Manchester United Football Club, 16th place, only getting 9 points in 5 months. And this team isn't a 16 to 17 place team. As simple.
Don't bottle it. Don't bottle it to Spurs, because we will be here.
Can you imagine? Imagine us going down in history being that one team that gave Spurs that European trophy? Or
it's
gonna absolutely tear me.
Hey, Atletico Madrid are very respected. They gave us one as well.
I'll say this: it might be the silver lining for them to decide to just blow the whole thing up. Like Amorim and the squad, everything starts from zero. That's the only silver line you can hope from that.
You have to. But then again, it's like now I have to put faith in these people to do that too. Ineos, and I don't have faith in them either.
There's no way.
I have faith in them. Like genuinely.
Ineos is the reason why I can sleep well at night, knowing that United aren't going to be competing for the next 10 years at least. Anyway, guys, that is the show. We will be back next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, same panel. So
you're gonna be talking to a European champion, mate, and I'm not a clown, mate. You
I'll
better
be
talk to
talking to
me
one of 'em.
nicely.
I'm not a clown.
If you're not talking
Sub-
to me nicely, then talk it all, mate.
Sub to United Spurs of America, sub to Casually FC, sub to RSM TV 09, sub to the Bridge Nation, sub to Chic TV, and sub to Strasburg Steve. The links are in the description, people. We'll be back, or I will be
Carabao
back.
champion, Steve.
I'll be back. I'll be back with Chic on American Idiots on Friday.
Chicken out.
Until next
Chicken
time,
out.
for the love of
Hopefully I'm a
God,
champion. Hopefully.
get me out of here.
Hopefully.
No, you're not God. You don't have the answers. You don't have the answers, Connor. You don't have the answers. Let's just say that. You
Send me that.
don't have the answers.
Send me